Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well wherever it is that you may be around the world. Big up to everyone who's currently here already. I think there's over 13, 14 people in already. Big up to all yous already. Make sure we smash the like button. Subscribe as well to GNA TV. We are on the road to 5K subscribers, which is massive for this channel. Huge for this channel. And I couldn't have done it without you guys as well. We are talking about expectations involving around Chelsea in regards to the last part of this season. So I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions really about how I feel that what is a good, what would be a good end to the season for Chelsea, how I think it will go, how it will play out, what I expect from our team in regards to moving forward. And we'll talk a little bit about personnel in the summer as well. So make sure that you go and get yourself a nice drink, you go and get yourself some lunch or dinner, wherever it is you may be in the world. We're going to open the lines as well to give you guys the opportunity to get involved in this. It'd be good to understand how people feel from since the 1st of December, obviously up to this break, and then going forward where they believe Chelsea should be. And what would be a good season for Tuchel as well, something we will be talking into. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's cue the intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well wherever it is that you may be around the world. And yes, we're here to talk about Chelsea, that Chelsea talk show, expectations on our football club going into the last part of the season. We're talking a little bit about some stuff that we've heard about in the summer, working towards the summer. Will the ball back Tuchel? Will we get rid of the deadwood? There's a lot that's worth talking about, but we are going to be focusing mainly on the games ahead or the last part of the season ahead. We'll be looking at the fixtures list as well for Chelsea because it is very blessed, shall we say. Not to say that it means they're easy, but the games that you think or expect Chelsea to win, they have got players that will be returning into the team as well, in the likes of Reece James. All right, we're missing out Ben Chilwell. But touchwood going into this last part at the end of the season, big games in the Champions League, FA Cups, final against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. There's a lot of games to still be played. Chelsea are still, for me, within 4 competitions. Some may argue, and I'm not talking for myself, some people may argue that Chelsea are still in for the title run. And part of the reason why they say that is based upon the fixture list. But then it does involve people like Man City, Liverpool, dropping points at the same time as well. So it's going to be very, 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 very interesting. So yeah, let's 2 seconds, guys. I've got something going on here. My phone's it's typical. I go live and my phone starts going absolutely mad. None of these people called me before I went live, but I go live and then people call me. Typical. That's what people were saying in the chat before we move forward, though. Let's see. Owain, big up to you. Andre, as always, big up to you, bro. Ollie Joe, nice to see you in the house. We'll end the season with at least 3 trophies. He still feels confident. Declared says, good morning. Rams is laughing. I don't know what he's laughing about because anything can still happen. Them being in second doesn't mean much. Do you think we'll spend in the summer? I hope so. I expect us to do so. We'll talk a bit about that in a bit. Today, my dad's birthday, man, 56 now. Big up to your dad. Happy birthday to him from myself on GNA TV. Hope he has a great and blessed day. Josh, my boy, big up to you. Nice to see you in the house, brother. Big up to Ryan, man. Ryan, nice to see you in the house, bro. I hope you are well. Big up to Matt as well. Lines will be opening today after I've spoke for a little bit. In about, 20 minutes time, half hour time, we'll open it up and get you guys involved, and we'll open it up. Can't wait for the final this month. Yeah, big game. I actually wanted you guys, Ryan. It was the team that I wanted out of you and Arsenal, funny enough. So, I'm hoping that we do the business against you guys. I feel slightly confident, not going to lie. I will back my team as always. I know we've got a lot of players returning as well, so it will be interesting. Big up to Josh as well in the house, brother. Chilwell's not back until next season. He's had his op. He is doing light training, but there's no way I see him coming back in or even featuring in any games this season. Hopefully, we will see Ben Chilwell coming back in, maybe in the pre-season. So we'll see what happens. Andre says next season. Harvey's back. Thiago is back in the coming weeks. Things you love to see. Mendy and Mane playing tonight. Yeah, they are indeed. They're still out there, bruv. They're still out there. Nah, he's not back. He's not back. He is not back. No, James is back. James is definitely back. What a good end to the season for Chelsea. Christensen resigns. Why, when you come over here, can you not just talk about anything other than your lover boy? Why does your lover boy always sit on your mind? Why? Can you answer that question? Redneck, big up to you, bro. Hope you're well. We also got a Matty K. Nice to see you in the house, bro. Big up Josh. Rams is going to cry at Wembley is what Lewis is saying. Yeah, I'd love it, man. I would love it. We will be doing a preview for that game. We'll try and get Ram on. I'm thinking about actually doing quite a big debate show for the final where Ram can bring another 2 of his friends and I can bring maybe 2 or 3 of mine. Lewis is always welcome, maybe some others, and just have a big debate before the final. So make sure you watch out for that. Some big shows going to happen. Big up to Alfie, my man. Nice to see Alfie in the house. Nice to see you, bro. Vignac. Free at the back tax is what he's saying. Oh, we're playing back 4 now, bro. Devin, big up to you. Oh, you're going to Wembley Rams, yeah? Good luck. I literally missed out on the ticket. I was pissed, man. I saw people picking them up on the day that I was at a meeting, and I was just like, nah, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. Right, anyway. Before we get into expectations, a little bit of news for you guys. I say it's news, but CFC News report says that Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea priorities in the summer over the recruitment drive are people like Jules Koundé, Declan Rice, and Tchouaméni, all among the list of targets quoted by the Athletic UK. Tier ones, as we always like to call them, have links to the Chelsea club. Yeah, I would be shocked if we didn't get at least one of these 3. I think there's a possibility that we can get 2 when you think about Jules Koundé and Tchouaméni having the same agents that will have a role to play. Apparently, Chelsea's relationship with this agent is pretty decent as of it stands. When Koundé should have been a Chelsea player last season round, it was all right on the agent side. It was just not all right on the club side, meaning Sevilla. So the relationship with Chelsea and that agent is still there. And yeah, Chelsea may have a first dibs, should we say, in a player like Tchouaméni. We also read about Declan Rice because there's still lots of talks about him potentially being worth around 100 million plus. There's talks that Chelsea may be able to bring it down a little bit less than that. Some people were saying around 90 million ranges. I still think that is still too much for Declan Rice. The thing with Declan Rice is I don't mind him playing for Chelsea. I have no issues with the player coming to Chelsea and playing and then having a go. Why not? But not for 90 million, not for 100 million, not for 110 million, not for 120 million. And then people were arguing on the Tchouaméni side of things. Well, in the summer, his market value is going to go up. It's going to be 70 million. But I trust Chelsea to do what they did with the likes of people like Chilwell to work on bringing that back down to which we did around, I think, just under 60 million. So it was around 58 or 57 million that we ended up getting Chilwell for. So, I still think our negotiations will be better with someone like Tchouaméni, who we have a good relationship with his agent already, then rather go for a Declan Rice, who is West Ham's best player. They idolise him as their best player. And any football club that has, who have a player that is that important to them, are never going to sell them for peanuts. So that's why I think with Declan Rice, we're going to have to play the long card and hope that no one signs him, right? Because I don't expect Man United to pay 100 million. And they're the only ones that I can think they're interested in. So, we'll have to see what happens with that, but it's going to be interesting. Big up to D-Stretch in the house. I hope you're well, my man. Gem question, why have Chelsea been conceding silly chances and goals? Overplayed, injuries, lack of concentration. The lack of concentration one's the thing for me more so than anything because it's more of a thing of just our own personnel making the wrong decisions at the wrong time, which then leads us to losing a goal. Unfortunately, Chelsea don't score lots of goals at the moment, so going one behind is a bit of an issue sometimes for us. I know we've done it against Liverpool where we were 2-0 behind, but that for me was just a free game. But overall, in general, I think it's the lack of concentration, injuries, and being overplayed. We've played 24 games. We've played more games than anyone else in the Premier League, if I'm right in saying. Gem streams when I'm free. I can't help that. Oh, you must be talking to someone else. 70 million tops for Rice. I'm saying is what D-Stretch saying. Yeah, but 60 million for me for Declan Rice. 60 million to 70 million, maybe. Maybe you can take that on a chin. But anything over 90 million is just ridiculous, guys. We can't be looking at that. We can't be looking at it as an option. Big up to Sosa. Rice wants Chelsea. I don't see him going anywhere else, whether as a free or West Ham take what we offer. Yes, but he's still got a contract to 2025. I think it is. I don't think it's 2024. I know Declared said here. Isn't Rice contracted till 24, which gives him the power in his last 2 years and the best time for West Ham to sell? If they know he wants to go, I'm sure he'll go for. I don't think so. Not at this moment in time. I do think that that's possible in the next, not this season, maybe the season after, narrowing down his contract. Yes, he has the power to maybe start looking elsewhere because they'll want to negotiate new contracts with him. They'll want to keep him depending on where they are. But at the same time, he's going to have the ambition to want to go to a bigger club where he can challenge and try and win things at a decent age, which he is at a decent age. So it will be very interesting, guys. Very, very, very interesting. Hopefully, it's like 60 million plus add-ons. Yeah, look, I like Tchouameni. Tchouameni was always the player that I thought Chelsea would go for, and I actually would like to see. I have watched more of him recently since Chelsea have been more connected to him. And I do think he can play that deeper role. He can be the box-to-box player. He moves the ball quick. His interceptions are very good. His progressive passing is what impresses me the most as well. He always looks forward. And he's strong. He's big. He's big. He's a unit. And that's what you need. If you're going to go on and be consistent and win titles, the best teams have always had a strong DM. You don't see midfields with like registers, people that are easily shifted, that go on and win. You know what I mean? No offense. I'm not taking the piss out of Jorginho, but, if you look at history tells you that teams that go on to win titles have a solid DM, someone that can actually sit. Rodri. Yeah, Rodri's done it. We've done it with Nemanja Matic. We had Kante sitting next to him and Nemanja Matic doing it. Fernandinho, another one, solid in the middle. Liverpool had Fabinho, who was solid in the period that they went on to win it. So, it is what it is. It's way out for West Ham. Yeah. Big up, everyone. Now, 12 minutes in, over 65 people here. Let's get them likes up, guys. Let's close the likes to the 75 likes minimum mark. If we can do that, please, that would be great. Please share as well. We are here to talk about not only transfer news, we're here to talk about Chelsea's expectations and how I feel we should kick on moving forward. We are going to look at the fixtures list as well. And yeah, we're just gonna give our thoughts and opinions on what's a good season for Tuchel, because we are missing key players, or we have had missed key players. We've got the likes of people like Reece James returning into the team, which is great news. I still have my reservations over him coming back. Hamstring tear is a serious injury, and I'm just scared that we may overplay him, and we shouldn't do. And that's how we got him injured in December, because I remember him playing all these stupid games, whether it was central midfield, right wing back, left wing back, where he got injured against Brighton with Lamptey going up and down the wing. I think we really have to be careful, and that's why I think we really have to talk about it, talk about our expectations. I think if West Ham finish outside the top 6 and have no Europe next season, then Rice might hand in a transfer request. That I agree with. I think they have to get European football. Lewis says Jorginho would have played, would have a Premier League if he didn't have a stormtrooper up front. Are you talking about Werner or Lukaku? Who are we talking about here? Who are we talking about, my man? Can you please reiterate who you're talking about, Lewis? Are we talking about Lukaku? If you're talking about Lukaku, are you talking about Timo? Lewis, I messaged you anyway, mate. I have messaged you. If you check your tweets, Chelsea should target buying Bakayoko. Chelsea should target buying Bakayoko, Saka. Oh, sorry, Bakayoko. Why have I got Bakayoko? Oh shit, that's funny. Chelsea should buy a Bayako Saka. Yeah. Gabriel Martinelli in the summer transfer window. No, is the answer to that one. I think Martinelli's a great player, actually. Martinelli's one of my favourite Arsenal players, and I don't even like Arsenal. And Saka to a degree. I think Saka's a good talent as well. But for me, Martinelli is someone that would probably actually play well in our system. Someone that could play off the left and use his speed to drive in. He'd be like a Timo Werner. We'd never find him. we'd get the ball, and then he'd make that run, and we'd go sideways because we're the sideways team. Sideways, backwards. Unless we've got our fit midfield on, unless we've got our fit midfield on. Stormzy the Stormtrooper. We won a trophy already, so you guys are talking to each other. All right, so let's talk about Morata, Higuain, William, Werner, Lukaku, Pulisic, Cho, Tammy. But isn't it all the forward line? Or is it their faults individually? Like, could we not bring in a certain Mason Mount? I know some people don't want to talk about that, but could we not be talking about a certain Mason Mount? Could we not be talking about, who else have you not added in there? He's pretty much added everyone in there. Havertz, you forgot about Havertz as well. There's a couple, mate. There's a couple. Anyway, back to expectations. What I expect from Chelsea. Moving forward. Well, I've looked, before I came on here, I was looking at our fixtures list and I thought to myself, I said, where do I expect Chelsea to be? Lewis has joined me as well. Big up, Lewis. How you doing? You all right?
Yes, guys. What's everyone saying?
Not bad, brother. Not bad, not bad at all. What was you reiterate before I move on to expectations? What was you trying to reiterate in terms of Jorginho, that these players have let him down? Is that what you're saying?
These players have let Chelsea down, not just him down. Like, we'd have a Premier League title if we didn't have shit forwards. I think that's what our problem is, not really the midfield. The midfield doesn't really have much end product in the final third, fair enough, but that's only an issue because our forwards have no end product in the final third either, and that's our biggest issue.
That's true. I mean, Morata and Higuain, I definitely agree. And I think William, I don't know what people expected from William. I thought William brought quite a bit to Chelsea. I know you don't like him specifically over his
William
career,
was great for ball progression and everything, but if I want that from my midfielders personally, I'd like some end product for my wingers, and he never had it.
Yeah, I mean, he scored some important goals here, and I remember Tottenham, was it the semis, where he scored the penalty and a free kick?
Yeah, but like that's all he really had to go off for his whole career. First, he fucked off Tottenham for us. Then he scored against Tottenham in the semi-final. Then he scored 2 in his last season against them. That's just it. Stat padded against Spurs. Which, fair enough. We all fucking hate Tottenham, but I'd like some consistency, please.
You forgot Batshuayi as well, but I mean, Batshuayi, to be fair to him, was always a second striker. I don't think he really had a run of games to be sitting there and go Batshuayi.
I didn't forget about Batshuayi. I purposely ignored him. One of the most hideous.
But can we really bring Batshuayi into it when he won us the Premier League with that goal against West Brom? Do you remember that goal?
Yeah, I remember that. It's like, he's
done more than them.
He's behind like the 3 biggest limbs I've seen at a football ground, but he's also behind some of the most atrocious attacking performances I've ever seen in a Chelsea shirt.
Tammy Bear 15. If I ain't wrong, he ain't amazing, but don't put him with Higuain, Morata, and them, man, is what Pedro's saying to you, bro.
Tammy, here's the thing. He bagged 15 in the season, but he bagged like 7 in 3 games and then bagged another 8 for the rest of the season. Which is like fair enough for your first season in the Chelsea first team. That's great numbers. But let's not act like he set the world on fire. He just was the best out of a shit bunch. It's fair enough to Tammy for his age and everything, but I'm not going to glorify it for anything more than what it is.
You forgot your defense weren't good enough as well. That's true. I agree with that
to a degree. Only in 1920, to be honest. Like 18-19, we had howler games under Sarri, but we had the 3rd highest clean sheets in the league that season. 2021, first half of the season, we weren't really that bad until Christmas, if we're being honest. It was only December and January where our defense looked atrocious.
Yeah, I'd argue with Sarri ball. We didn't. We never really
actually, to be honest, start of it as well. Yeah, Zuma and AC wasn't the best partnership in those times.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at the time. It didn't work.
Yeah, unless it was Zuma and Silva, and even then, Zuma was a bit of a clown.
I think the Lampard first season, even though we made top 4, we made that hard work. And when I watched us under that first season, it was more like we was more of a team that always tried to outscore teams. We knew we were going to concede goals. It was just whether we could outscore them, if you remember. Like,
that was the whole system. Just leave the defense to themselves and just focus on attack.
I remember seeing a little image breakdown of Lampard's first season and how he set up the team. And we played 4 at the back, and we only had one midfielder sitting in the rest. There was a massive gap from that one midfielder to the attackers and the rest of the midfielders. It was huge. And every time we lost the ball, it was very evident that there was, why we was getting punished, because every time we got hit on the break, the guys that were further ahead couldn't get back. And we only had one sitter. And the defence was getting dragged everywhere, and it was a nightmare, basically, is what I'm saying. With under Lampard, it didn't work whatsoever. But
hope for Everton's sake they don't have the same issues, but we move.
AC let Zuma down. Yeah, I agree, Josh Bees.
Nah, a bit of both, to be honest.
Question for you, Lewis, quickly. What game made you realise Werner is a clown?
I gave Werner all of last season, in spite of all the shite performances, except the Champions League final. When he started missing in the first 10 minutes, I was like, oh, my life, if you fuck this one up, I'm done with you. But the one game for me, it was very late, but it was the United game this season. After the 1-1 draw with United, I was like, I'm done with this clown. He's useless. Couldn't hit a barn door to save his life.
I tell you what, the one game that really pissed me off of him, and I actually liked, I didn't mind Timo Werner as much as others, was the Real Madrid game away. He frustrated me so much.
Oh yeah, he had that big chance in the first 5. I got that because I spent the whole season saying Werner's misses haven't really cost us anything, because we've either gone on to win games or the misses come after the game was sorted.
Yeah, and you know what?
That really cost us a tie.
Yeah, the other thing as well about him is that he would always miss absolute clangers, but we'd end up like he'd get away with it because we'd end up like winning that game 1-0. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he'd end up getting the goal or assist somewhere, and it'd be like, you know what, it's cool. You've missed about 4 chances, but you've got an assist, so it's fine.
Yeah. Lewis, I want to talk about expectations for Chelsea going into the end of the part of the season. Obviously, we have got Reece James returning. All right, we have no Ben Chilwell, but we're starting to look like we're slowly getting most of our players back in, which is a bonus. I also, before I'd done this, thought I'd have a look at our fixture list, because there's a lot of talks around sort of the end of Feb, which I'm going to look now. After the Chelsea-Liverpool final. You're going to that, by the way? I'm assuming.
Got the ticket for now, yeah.
I fucking missed out, didn't I? Again, the day that it was being released, I was in a fucking meeting.
Mate.
I'd have been coming. So I might be able to get a pair. I'm just waiting for someone to come back to me who apparently might not be going.
There's still time.
Yeah. So from Liverpool onwards, I'm not even looking at the games when we return, because when I looked at them, we've got a bit of Club World Cup, which is going to postpone the games like Arsenal, as you can see, because we're going over their semis and finals we've got to play. But then we've got the game against Palace on the 19th. And then after that, it's only Lille and in Liverpool, and then bang, we're straight into March. So from March onwards, you've got Burnley, Newcastle, forgetting the Champions League games, Norwich, Brentford, Southampton, Leeds, West Ham at home, Everton away, Wolves at home. So all the way up to, all right, let's say all the way up to Wolves at home, which is the 7th of May, which is, you can bear in mind, there's only 2 weeks left of the season after that, if I'm right, or a week, sorry. So yeah, a week after is the end of the season. I would say that at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, depending on how Wolves are at that point. Maybe even West Ham to the degree. I would say that at least 7 of them games are winnable games. But I know this is Chelsea, and I mean, third.
Is there Champions League ties around the West Ham game? Because if they're in the Europa League race, then we should really be all over them.
So the Champions League, what you're talking about after the round 16, and the second leg of the round 16 is the 16th of March. But then if we go through, I believe the next round would be around. It would be what you said. It would be in between Southampton and West Ham, wouldn't it? The first and second leg, I would say, the 9th and the 23rd.
Yeah, I feel like there's a tie in between the West Ham games. So if they progress in the Europa League, I don't know if they have the squad for both competitions.
So in terms of your expectations, I mean, I've given you a rough idea of our Premier League run. Obviously, you've got to bear in mind we've still got FA Cup as well. We'd have played the final against Liverpool, hoping that we would get the second bit of silverware, should I say, at the club. Where do you see us in the league? I just want to talk about the league at the moment. Where do you see us finishing in the league based on what we've got coming up? Do you think third is just it's a must, or do you think we've got a good chance to catch up to Liverpool's? And some people think we might even be able to catch up City, which I think is ridiculous. But
yeah, no, City ain't happening. But we can finish second or third for sure. I'm not accepting people saying that we're in a top 4 race right now, because we're not, and we're surrounded by clowns underneath us. So if we end up being anywhere near them by the end of the season, we need serious questions about a few players in the squad.
Yeah.
I think we can be capable of second or third, though. I'm not worried about anything, really. Really not that fussed.
Well, do you know what? I mean, Norwich, Brentford, Southampton, Leeds. All right, West Ham can be tricky. Everton away, they've got Lampard, so that could be a different story. And Wolves. I expect us to get maximum points, and I wanted to quickly have a look at as well, just quickly if I can come back from here. I wanted to just quickly have a look at Liverpool's fixtures in between that period because I'm pretty sure that their fixture list is from the 1st of March is as maybe is hard. Yeah, so they've got Liverpool at home. Sorry, Liverpool, West Ham at home.
Ooh, March is not nice on them.
This is what I'm about to say to you. So this is what I'm saying to you. Second, this is why I'm going to give you my thoughts on my expectations after. Right, West Ham at home. Then they've got Brighton, and bear in mind they've got Inter Milan in between that as well. Right, so then they've got Brighton away. Then they've got Man United at home. Watford they should beat. Then they've got Man City. Then they've got Aston Villa away.
Then Everton.
And then they've got Lampard ball. Yeah.
And don't forget, relegation threat Newcastle. They'll be a different team.
Exactly. And then if you work it all the way to the 7th of May, their last game is Tottenham, which is what I've done it up to. So
who's the last two after that? Southampton and who?
So their last games after that is Southampton and Wolves.
Okay, Southampton will be winnable, but Wolves will be tricky.
Can be tricky depending on where they are. But my point is this. We're what? 4 points or 3 points behind? I haven't even looked at the table.
Also, just to address this comment as well, people are making songs on Werner because they can rhyme it with burner. So it's good for drill tracks. So let's not act like it's because he's actually a good footballer. Come on, man.
If we don't make top 4, Tuchel will be going back to the Bundesliga. That's true, but we have to because part of the reason why I'm showing you viewers this, and obviously I'm with Lewis with this as well, is that yes, we do have a nice run, and we should be winning with the players that we have coming back, barring Chilwell, most of them games. You look at Liverpool's run of fixtures, there is some ease, even if they don't lose, there's easily some games there that they draw for me. So, we can look at the table. And I think, is it 4 points at the moment? I don't even know what the table is.
Yeah, the thing is, Liverpool, even in spite of that being a tricky run of games, they're capable of winning the majority of them.
They are. That's the thing with them, isn't it? But, they've got 2 games in hand us. They're on 48 points. They're 1 point ahead. So if they win their next 2 games, that's what? 6, 7. They could be 7 points ahead of Chelsea. Once they catch up with us on
if we don't get second, I'm not fussed about it. I don't really care too much. I don't accept 4th place.
I just think looking at our fixtures list, providing that we can start putting a run of form together, because we haven't had that. When's the last time we've actually had a run of form under Tuchel? I can't, and it's not.
Before November, before Chilwell got injured.
And that was only because how many games did Chilwell actually play before he got injured? We must have played only like 6 or 7 games in that run, I would say. And then he got injured. So once we lost Chilwell, it went downhill. So yeah, you could argue November, 1st of December, we were 1 point in front of Man City before going into that crazy December and then obviously them January games. And now we're 13 points behind Man City. So, I think Liverpool are there to catch. I don't think we should be looking any further. Man City, for me, will not drop points. And if they do, it will only be 1 on, 1 off. I don't think that'll be enough for Chelsea to even claw back anything to get close to them. However, at the same time, I don't even think Liverpool got more chance than us. 48 points. If they win their game in hand, 51. So they're a lot closer, aren't they, to be fair? So they could still be fighting for a title, to be fair, Liverpool. So their faults will be on Man City, as ours will probably be on them, to try and close that gap. So I think in terms of the Premier League, for me, I agree with Lewis. I think it has to be 3rd. We have to hold 3rd. I don't agree about the whole thing of we're in a top 4 battle. When you look at Man United, if they win their next 2 games in hand, are they 45 points, 44? They're still behind Chelsea.
Yeah, they'll probably still draw one of them, though. The whole point of this top 4 race is that these fuckers have no consistency either.
True. And I don't expect Arsenal and Tottenham to put form together that allows them to win 4 or 5 games in a row, even with the games in hand that they've got. So you look at Arsenal, for example, they've played 21 games. They've still got 3 games in hand on Chelsea, and they're on 36 points. That'll bring them up to... They still don't get in front of Chelsea. They still won't be able to make it. They've dropped games. Their last 2 games, they've lost and drew anyway. So Tottenham, on the other hand, have got 4 games in hand. They, I think, on paper, can catch us, can't they? 36, 39, 42... 46. Yeah, they'll go above us with 2 points if they won every single game. I don't see them doing that under Conte. Do you?
Nah, no chance.
I just don't see them doing that. So I as much as on paper it does say that we could be dragged into it, the gap between Chelsea, Tottenham, and the others is still 3-4 points anyway. So I would say that we're we should be okay. But we need to find form, is what I'm trying to get. We need to find some sort of form. Otherwise, if we continue drawing, do you know, Lewis, we drew 8 games or something, only won 2 and lost 2 from 1st of December to now. We drew 8 games. That's ridiculous.
That sounds very accurate. Very accurate.
I can't believe we become drawing FC, bro. It's ridiculous. But yeah, that's that. So in terms of the let's talk about the Carabao Cup quickly. That's just slightly, because we have got Liverpool in the final. Tuchel hasn't lost any semi-finals since he's managed any club, which is quite interesting. He's won 8 of his last 8 semi-finals that he's played, and he gets to a final, which is against Liverpool and against Klopp. I wanted them, preferably, not going to lie. I wanted a bit of Liverpool rather than Arsenal. I just find Arsenal a bit of a bogey team for Chelsea in recent years. I don't know why. We just seem to just not turn up. But how confident are you in Chelsea getting their second bit of silverware? Do you expect them to?
Not expect, because Liverpool's going to be a very tough team to beat. But neither team has beaten the other this season. So I don't really know what to make of it. Yeah, the fans do sing about Werner, but they also sing about Willian and Alonso, and they're not exactly our best players either. So I don't really want to hear too much about it. Catchy chants don't make you a great player.
Yeah.
They really don't.
I think they're there to beat.
Bakayoko had a catchy chant. We still sung about him, even though he was fucking shit. We gave him our best ever chant. He's one of the worst players I've seen in the Chelsea shirt. The worst I've seen in the Chelsea shirt. I want to say, because we sing about Werner, he's good. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think we can beat him. I wanted him. I am quite confident deep down. I do think in a one-off game we can get it done. But at the same time, they can hurt you, can't they? Mo Salah, Sadio Mane would be back. You know, they've got players that on their day could cause us problems. But I've just got this sneaky feeling that we could potentially be getting our second bit of silverware. I'll say second because we won the Super Cup as well, didn't we? Which we can't forget about as well. But actually, it won't be second, will it? It could be third. If we win the Club Winners' Cup, that will be. I think the final would be mid-Feb, but it's coming up now, isn't it? I'm assuming anyway. So it would be our third bit of silverware. Tuchel would have 3 bits of silverware, bro, before we'd even fucking finish the season. Can we class that as a treble, a deep down underlining treble?
Yeah, no, we'll take it. It's better than the treble that United tried to talk about in 2017.
Can we run doubles and trebles on the European
Club
Cup?
World Cup, Champions League, and Carabao Cup, and then we can also add the Super Cup and call it a quadruple.
Bro, if we won that, if we won the Champions League and we won all of them other trophies and we won 4 trophies, we can actually run a quadruple.
If we have the Champions League and the Club World Cup, we can add anything on top of that, because that legitimizes it.
We win the Champions League, we win the Club World Cup, we won the Super Cup, and
because if we just win the Carabao Cup, no one's going to talk about it anyway.
Yeah, but still, it's a cup. It counts.
Trophy.
That's like you said. Josh is saying that's 4 trophies. 4 trophies is a quadruple, is it not? In one season. So
yeah, like Liverpool were talking about quadruples, and the Champions League wasn't even in that season. So it's cool.
We're running it, bruv. I hope we do.
When the Rams, I see you in the comment section. You can hold that.
So we won the treble, thank you, in 1920. Yeah, you didn't run with it though. That's on you guys. That ain't on us.
Guys. Yeah, you lot delegitimized it by making it a quadruple and adding the Champions League. So now you don't get any of them.
Exactly. You fucked yourselves over, bruv. We're shameless, bruv. You know what Chelsea fans are like.
Nadia, you back Timo Werner. You get mental health.
Lewis is toxic. Let's get some.
Damn right, I'm toxic. Let's go. Up the top with Chelsea.
Where I've seen a couple of things saying I've got an Adoy agenda. I actually haven't, to be honest.
No, you got an AC agenda.
Yeah, and I saw AC agenda pop up as well, but it is what it is. I don't have any agendas really, to be fair. I love them all. A League Cup is not a trophy. What is it then? What is it? Can someone explain to me?
It's a bonus trophy to me. Like, if you just win the Carabao Cup, no one cares.
Why the
fuck
win
it on top of the league and the Champions League? Then you know what, we can talk about it a little bit.
If it's not a trophy, why are Chelsea playing in it? That doesn't make no sense, does it? Anyway, yeah. So I think we can beat. Liverpool. I'd love to see us do that. A Carabao Cup is a Carabao Cup. Even if Liverpool lose to us, they'll just go, "Oh, it's only the Carabao." Chelsea lose, it'll be, "Oh, it's only a Carabao. We don't care." I know that people will use that excuse, but for me, it's still a trophy that I'd like us to have. Club Winners' Cup. We're expected to win it, aren't we, Lewis? There's not really much to say about it. We should go and get it done against these teams. But at the same time, I don't think we know much about them, do we? We don't know. I don't think they will have much to prepare for because I don't think we know how to deal with teams that we've not played it before.
I'll be
Ever.
real, I am worried for it.
Yeah.
Like that, Wembley is a massive pitch, and if we have to see Salah v Alonso part 3 on that pitch, might as well not bother turning up.
Yeah.
Like, regardless, that left-hand side is getting set on fire.
Do you not think we need to play? Just quickly before we move on, back 4 in that, just to not play Alonso because Salah can play.
But we've only played a back 4 because of injuries. Like, that was never our plan A. So I don't know if we do that again. Like, I'm really not too sure. Like, I agree. I think Salah at left back is way better than anything you see from Alonso at left wing back. But will we play that formation? I'm not too sure. I am confident in it. I just think Tuchel prefers the 5.
Do you think once Reece James comes back, we go straight back to a 3 going into this last part of the season, or do you think we'll see the 4 utilised more with him playing as a right back more than as a right wing back?
I'm not sure because Reece can do both. We've seen it. It's just more about how do you protect the left-hand side. And low-key, I think a back 3 would be better to protect Alonso. It's just Alonso is still just so shit in build-up play. Just pops up every now and then with moments, and that's it.
Yeah, he's a bit of a problem, isn't he? I'm not going to lie. I was talking to someone on Twitter last night, and he was saying, someone said, "Oh, Gem Alonso ball for the next part of the season." And I just put like one of them gifts, like I always do, as if to say, like, "Fuck's sake." And then some guy commented and said to me, it was like, "Oh, it's a nightmare for you, but not for me. I'm all right with Alonso playing in this team." And I was like, when did our standards drop that low? We were okay with Alonso.
Man said 2022, and you want Alonso still at the team.
Jeez,
he's on 100k a week, you know.
No, don't. It just pisses me off.
100k a week, and we got guys like AC on 85k a week. Can't be arsed.
To be fair, that's taking the piss. But Lewis Marcus runs down the wing for you.
Johnny, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? you keep talking. I'm going to ask for fucking Mason Mount to play wing back so we can have better build-up.
Yeah, apparently Mason Mount can play in every position to Johnny. He put up a formation layout of Mason Mount being able to play every position. Just said Mount. Yeah,
play Mount at left wing back then. We'll do better.
Mate, Mount at left wing back with absolute stank, if you remember. He literally could not get involved whatsoever. I remember that as well. That was the beginning of Lampard. Yeah, he played, remember, under Lampard's second season at the beginning. We was asking him to play as left wing back or left side.
I remember we played him at I think right wing or something at the start of the season, and yeah, he was atrocious there. That's not really his position.
Put a stick in left back and it will still do better than Alonso's, what Matt say. That's true as well.
Would have better work rate.
I don't think Johnny is. I did ask him that as well. I am though, Lewis. Are you going down there early?
I'll be there for Plymouth.
All right, well, I'll be there as well. See you down there 100%. Let's get them likes up, guys. 130 of you here. Big up to everyone in the chat. Go and check out Lewis as well. If you haven't already, Carefree Lewis G. Go and check his channel out. All right, moving on from the Club World Cup and the Carabao Cup. FA Cup.
Sal's on 200k a week.
Who?
Sal.
Where does it say that?
Oh no, I'm looking at this. I'll send you this tweet I've just seen.
Sal's on 190k a week. You know?
Well, this tweet I'm seeing is saying 200k a week. I've just sent it to you now.
No, he's not. No, he can't be. That's ridiculous. Oh my God. I've got to bring this up. This is disgusting. What is this? What is this? 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to sort it out. That's disgusting, bruv. Barkley. This is where I get angry, bruv. This fucking Ross Barkley.
My guy is justified to be asking for more money. Just saying.
Wages of players expected to leave / be sold per week. Ross Barkley, 110,000 a week. Ross Barkley, 110,000 a week. Bro, this is what I keep saying. This is why we can't get rid of these players, because no football club wants to match their current wages. This is Chelsea's fault. This is our fault for giving them these stupid long fucking wages. Look, Loftus-Cheek, 150,000. 150,000 for Loftus-Cheek. I would have given him at least 110. Alonso's taking 100k a week, you know. Not even 90 or 80. Man's taking 100k.
Christensen wants more money. No fucking wonder.
You know what, Christensen? That's disgusting.
Look at the state. 44 clean sheets in 54 games for 85k
but he got
a
offered
week.
140k a week, and he still wanted more. So I still think he's being greedy to a degree.
If I see fucking Salah with his stinky performances all season, bagging 200k a week, Timo Werner, who can't hit the ocean with a fucking boat, getting 250k a week, Lukaku on 325k a week. I am not surprised. Drinkwater 110k a week, Alonso 100k a
but
week.
attackers do get more
When
than defenders.
did Ruben get 150? For
I
what?
don't know. That confused me. I thought Ruben was on 100 grand. I didn't know he had 150 grand weekly. That can't be
all
right,
love
man.
to Ruben. What the fuck did he do to get them wages?
But when you think about it, all these players are fringe players, barring Aspie and Christensen when he's fit, but he's not fit. So 110k Barkley, 150k Loftus-Cheek, 100k fucking 100k Alonso is just a piss take. 150k Aspie I respect because he's a legend, mate. I don't care. I can deal with that. Saul Niguez, that can't be right. I looked at it. It was 185,000. I'm sure it was. Don't know where this 207's come from, but if this is correct, we let Billy Gilmore go to Norwich just to bring in Saul Niguez as a fourth option and pay him fucking 207,000 a week. Fourth option, bro.
Look at the state of our wage pattern.
Don't he drink water? This guy literally all he did was drink water on the bench. He never played. He never played for us. 912,000 a week of wage bill. He's gone now, drink water anyway, I think. Or I'm sure that was done. But
I'll still pop up out of nowhere.
912. Nearly £1 million a week. £1 million a week on fucking shit players that don't even play for our football. No wonder we can't just go and buy players at the moment when we've got dickheads like this still on it. This is what I'm saying. If we give Alonso a new contract, I give up. I promise you now.
Alonso has to 20. Thank God, because that means if we don't get rid of him this summer, he's definitely gone next summer.
This is
fucking hell. 100k a week.
Is this Sarri season? No. Was it Sarri season that we gave these guys all these contracts? I think it was, wasn't it? You know, Barkley.
That was Alonso's worst season in a Chelsea shirt, even after all the performances since. And we gave him an extra contract.
This is taking the piss, bruv.
Oh, my day.
Dream was gone end of the season on a free. Sal's gone too. Possibly AC and Aspie too. How do we get rid of Alonso, Barkley, and I think Alonso has to go. Barkley, I don't give a fuck if he goes for £2. Get him. I don't want to.
Alonso and Barkley aren't going anywhere.
That guy, for as much as I care, can literally go for nothing. We could just cut our losses on him. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, if he wants to do a loan, cool. You know, I don't mind that. But at the same time, it depends who we're bringing back. Because if we're going to free him up for people like Conor Gallagher to come back and then maybe buy some personnel in the midfield, then cool. I get it. But we still need to get rid of these guys, man. They're too bad. Lukaku's getting 350k a week. That's the biggest robbery. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
That's a farce.
We're getting robbed, bruv. He's on loan, but yeah. Christensen and Aspie only realistic wages for their performances.
Matt, get on here, bruv. Disrespect.
Anyway, let's get this off. Make me feel sick. Back to expectations. Now, we've said that, you know, we're hoping that we'll get a Carabao. We expect a club winners. We've said that we think in the Premier League, third is where we need to be. Second, potentially, depending on how Liverpool play in their run of games. We've got the FA Cup. We've got Plymouth, as you know, on the weekend in the fifth. Is it the fifth round? I think it is the fifth round, isn't it? I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth round of the FA Cup. The FA Cup's always been quite a special one to me because Chelsea have always in the past always won it with a league, or do you know what I mean? So we've always sort of been in and out with the FA Cup, but it's been a while. When's the last time we won the FA Cup? Because we lost against Arsenal in the final.
2018.
Was it under Sarri?
Nah, Conte last season.
That was 16-17, wasn't it?
Nah, 17-18.
You sure?
Yeah, we beat United. Hazard penalty.
Oh, yes.
Don't blame me for forgetting. It's a boring ass final.
Is that when Phil Jones decided to take him out in the bot? I remember that actually as well.
That one.
Yeah. Long time, bro, for the FA Cup. I mean, again, are you too bothered in Chelsea actually doing well in this competition, or are you not really bothered with the FA Cup? How do you feel about it?
obviously I want to see us win the trophy and everything like that. But you get the domestic cups for me. They're one where if you get knocked out, whatever, I don't care. I want us to win everything, of course, but I'm not gonna cry or anything if we lose the cup, unless we lose it at the final. If we lose it in like the fourth round, whatever, I'll hold the bants for a day and then I don't care. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm not too fussed if we do or don't. If we get to the semis or the final, I expect us to do well. If we get knocked out early, we do. It would be nice to be at that point where we've already hopefully won a Carabao, won the clubs winners, won. So if we've done that, then I would say that I'm more lenient towards it. Even if we only win two, and we win two of the trophies, and we still got the FA Cup, cool. So for me, winning it would be great. The FA Cup is a bigger trophy than the Carabao Cup, 100%. But we'll have to see what happens. Champions League, Lewis, because we are defending our title at the moment. We have got Lille, and then I don't know who we could potentially have then on after that. But doing it back to back, only a handful of teams across the European football have managed to do it. I just don't know whether. A lot of people say that we are definitely more of a cup team than we are a league team at the moment. Do you think there's an opportunity that Chelsea could go to the final and win this, or do you think it just depends on who we get along the way with this?
I always said I back this Chelsea side over anybody in the case of 90 minutes, but it's not so much without the wing backs. Get Reece James back in, I could still be confident, but in terms of performances against the big teams, like you haven't really seen it as much since the injuries. Yeah. United, we dominated them, but we were shit going forward. Liverpool, I thought they were the better team against us, in all honesty. They just fell apart for the last 5 minutes of the first half, and we capitalised on it. And that was just the difference. Man City, we were absolutely poor, but I think the lineup was also wrong in that game too. It's always usually tight between us, but we just got dominated for 90 minutes. I don't know. I need to see our performance against bigger teams. This is why I didn't want us to get a shit team like Lille in the last 16. Like, you call it suicidal all you want, but I wanted an Ajax, I wanted a Real Madrid, I wanted Bayern Munich. I wanted us to play the best teams in Europe so I could see what we're capable of. Can't be asked for us to just stat pad against a team like Lille. Like, all respect to Lille, they were mid-table when we got them in the draw. It doesn't prove anything if we get a result against them. Face Bayern, face Real Madrid. If we get knocked out, we aren't good enough. Cool.
Yeah,
we don't deserve to be champions of Europe.
Yeah,
if we beat them, no one chat to me about Chelsea and what they can do. But that's what the Champions League is all about. You play the best in Europe. You don't just try and stat pad against a shit team.
I agree.
As far as possible.
You want to play the best.
Exactly.
I think you want to play, but some people say, but I'll rather avoid the best and then still win it. I hear that.
But then what? So everyone else can say, "Oh, you didn't deserve it. You had the easiest run in history."
Yeah, exactly.
No, fuck that.
We had that the last time we won it. All these rivals were trying to say, "Oh, you only played Porto. You only played Atletico Madrid. Oh, you only played." Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, but even then, that was just waffle. Like, we faced Porto, fair enough. We faced a Real Madrid side that was unbeaten in 4 months before they came to Stamford Bridge, and we played the La Liga champions and the Premier League champions. Like, how much more legit do you want to get?
And that was mainly Liverpool fans, but you know what was funny? They then this season got Porto and Atletico Madrid, didn't they? If I'm right in saying,
and then they're gonna act like they're absolutely nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So I ain't gonna listen.
Liverpool can't talk anyway. They won a final against Tottenham. That shouldn't count.
That's true. That's actually true. Atletico are the champions. What the fuck? Yeah, I am going to open up the lines in the next 5 minutes, guys. Just going to finish off on our expectations.
By the way, I see people saying Lille aren't going to be walkovers. You're right. They are not going to be walkovers. They're also not going to be contenders. I want contenders.
Look, Couch is saying they won't be a light touch. Jonathan David is what he's saying.
Yeah, correct. They won't be. They won't be easy to beat. Absolutely, but I still expect Chelsea to beat them against the likes of Madrid or Bayern Munich. I don't really expect it. So it's like, show it to me. Show me why we're the champions of Europe. Lille don't prove nothing.
From your perspective, just rounding it up, what would be for you an ideal, a good, sort of a good season overall? Then, how many trophies and where do we finish in terms of position in the league for you? What would be
right now? We should be winning the Club World Cup.
Yeah,
I'd want the Carabao Cup too, because I still think in 90 minutes, both Chelsea and Liverpool are capable of a win against each other. Champions League, minimum the semis, and I only say the semis because once you get to the semis, you can start talking about winning the final. Premier League top 3. Like, if we finish 4th, I'm going to be really disappointed. There's no reason why any team below us should be.
Do you think we
finishing above
underachieved in the league though? If just purely because we didn't challenge, a lot of people were saying we should have challenged this season. Do you think we've failed in the league anyway?
Yeah, but like you can't account for injuries and also for the lack of investment that Tuchel got. Like all he got was one player, if we're being completely honest about it, where we should have got a lot more players in, and we're very complacent after winning big trophies.
Yeah.
So it's annoying, it's frustrating, but I wouldn't call it a failure. Look at it in terms of points as well, because we had 67 points last season, we had 66 points the season before.
That's
if
true.
we can get over 70 points, which
Yeah,
needy as fuck, I see progression. In fact, 75, not even 70. I don't want a 4-point difference. Get me 75 points minimum, and I'll be happy with the season.
I agree. Fair enough. We have got people in the back. For me personally, I agree. I think we have to beat our points tally from last season. I did expect us to challenge. I'm not going to do that. So for me, it's still a bit of a slight failure that we haven't been able to push Man City all the way and at least just be there or thereabouts. I do think a 13-point difference is massive. And maybe a bit too big, but then you can take in consideration COVID, the injuries that Chelsea have had as well, and what's played that part in probably the most important part of the season for me, which is December. So that all did not work in our favours. But in terms of trophies, I agree. Super Cups, we've already got. Club Winner Cup, yes. Carabao Cup, I would like us to win, and I'm confident we can do it. FA Cup, if we don't, not really too fussed about it. Champions League, I'd like to see us at least get to the quarters and semis, but I agree with Lewis. I think it's important that we maybe play some harder teams. I don't want to see us playing some just dead teams and we get to the final and we get Bayern Munich or something, because even if we beat Bayern Munich in that final, the whole build say will be that, oh, well, your build run up to the Champions League was crap. You got lucky because you missed this one and that one, or I can't be bothered for that. So Champions League, we can defend it. Just depends on the route. But at the same time, if we go out in the quarters or the semis, should we say, then I wouldn't be too upset as well. So yeah, 2 or 3 trophies and third. Definitely third for me. We can't be finishing less than third. And if we can challenge Liverpool in second, then let's do it. Do you know what I mean? But it's just going to be dependent on their run of form as well. But big up to Alex.
Yes, Alex.
What's going on, guys?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. How are you, my man?
I'm good. Excited. Finally, the break is over. So
football's back.
Happy to have a games.
So in terms of Alex, in terms of expectations for you this going into the last part of the season, what's your expectations of a good end of the season for Chelsea?
I think I've always been different, looking at a different way for me. It was always about one competition at a time. So for example, like I said it before, like Super Cup was the most important thing for us at that point, because it gives you a little bump, a little extra, like excitement to go into the Premier League season. So I think that's the reason why it's so good to win it. And it actually proved that we've been playing really well in the beginning of the season. The second one is Carabao, the League Cup. If we win it, it will give us a little bit extra boost to go to the next one. You know what I'm saying? It's like a coffee or energy boost through the season. So for me, one cup at a time. So Carabao Cup is the next one. Actually, no. Wait a second. Club World Cup is the next one. So you just go win one at a time and see where it goes. That's pretty much it. I don't like to make a plan for the rest of the season, though.
Yeah, for me, long term, I don't just pick one at a time. Just take it a game at a time. Don't focus on too many at once, and you get hella complacent.
Yeah. Because look, you can make the plans, but plans never always meant to be. You know what I'm saying? You can just thinking about the games in May when you're playing in February.
Yeah, because you don't even know what state both teams are going to be in by the time you get to May.
Exactly. One shot, one miss. Salah's injured. Liverpool in the mud. It's it. You know what I'm saying?
Look at who we bought, man. Look at who we bought.
You bought nobody, man. You bought a guy that
you didn't even know who Diaz was last month.
Yes, I do. I knew this guy was a baller.
Yeah,
Is
he going to be benching Salah then?
Nah, clip him up right now.
Old school baller, you know what I'm saying? Who did
Go
you
ahead,
guys
Old
sign?
school
man.
ball.
Tell me about Lewis
We
Diaz.
have an old school bowler now in our front, number
Alonso?
9.
Oh,
No.
Lakaka.
He's an
Right,
old
hold on,
school
Rams. Is Salah? I mean, there's a good replacement for Salah because
I
you know
mean,
you know
Diaz
Liverpool
is a
about
left
Moneyball
winger,
and that,
mate.
you know.
Diaz
So
is a
that's
left-
all about the
Diaz is
numbers
a-
and stuff like that.
Diaz as a guy, as a player, he's a left winger. He's not a right winger, but he can cover for a little bit. So that
Not
means
cover,
that
bro.
Mane's getting replaced.
Salah
Mane's
hasn't
getting
signed.
replaced.
So
So
is
has
he
a
gonna
Mane,
be a good
bro. So
replacement?
has a Mane.
What the fuck are we
I
talking about
know.
little shit, bro? This is a Chelsea
Yeah,
show.
but this
Let's
is
not
what
talk
always
about
happens.
Liverpool.
Because you guys
Yeah,
are
that-
shit, man. You haven't signed no
It's
one.
typical Liverpool and their
Hey,
fucking
Rams.
main character syndrome.
We're
Everything
gonna
has to be
smack
about
him. We're
them.
gonna smack
Yeah,
him in
because
2
we're
weeks.
the
Listen.
top 2 team in the whole of England, bro.
Anyway.
No,
no,
we're the
What's-
top
what's
one
that
team
anyway?
in the whole
Oh,
of Europe.
shut
We
up,
don't
man.
share our
You-
spotlight
no,
with
shut
anybody.
Up, bro.
Hey,
How many
Rams,
Don't
you
get
gotta
salty,
answer the-
man. Don't get salty just because you don't like the truth.
No,
Yeah, we didn't blow our whole transfer kitty in January.
Like I talked to Terry and Terrace, Ram is always so beefed up at this stream, but the other stream he's so quiet like a mouse. Like,
man.
what is
Because
that?
all they
extra
talk about is freaking whatever.
Because he's scared of getting corned
I
on there.
know.
He can't say something on the United channel, but he thinks here he can give it fucking
Yeah, 'cause
Johnny's
you're a small
saying.
team,
No
small
chance,
team,
man. You ain't
small
got the
team.
minerals like that.
Small team, bro. Small team. You know what I'm saying?
Small team.
Small team. What are you
team.
talking about?
You got
Liverpool.
one Premier
talking
League in
about
30
Chelsea.
years.
One
What the fuck
Premier
are you
League in
talking
30
What
about?
do you mean,
years,
man?
man.
You have as many
Nah,
Premier
we won
League
6
titles as
European
Leicester
Cup.
City.
Bro,
We
we've won
took
more
the
games
6
in the Premier
European
League
Cups,
than
bro.
you by 150.
Bro,
Hey,
speak
Rams.
to
What are you
Nottingham
talking about,
Forest, man.
Rams?
You guys can
Rams.
speak to my dad's team,
Rams,
bro.
tell
You
me
know
how
what
many
I'm saying?
games you won in the
They
Premier
ain't
League.
even the
You're not
Premier
even
League. You know what I'm
third,
saying?
bro. You're not
Rams,
even
in your
third.
lifetime,
Arsenal
Chelsea
won
has been the
the
biggest
first,
team,
man.
yeah?
Hey,
Go speak
In your
to Forest about
lifetime,
European
what is
Cup.
your
Aye,
goal?
aye,
won more Premier
Go
League
speak
games
to
than
Blackburn
you have.
Rovers. You have as many
Man,
Premier League titles
go
as
speak
them.
to Forest, bro. Go speak to Forest about European
Only
Cups,
when
man.
you chat to Blackburn first.
Bro,
Tell
I'm
me
I'm
how
not
they're
even
speaking to
talking
doing.
about
likes of
European
Milan,
Cups.
bro.
I'm talking
Right,
about
let's-
Premier League.
How's
Rams.
everything
guys,
been
You
with
have won
Blackburn,
less
man?
I'm
Prams
talking
than
with
you checked on your
Arsenal.
boys
Milan and
Leicester
Real
City?
Madrid, bro. You know what I'm saying?
How's Leicester City doing?
Have you? Oh, how's Arsenal doing, bro?
I don't
Arsenal
know.
won
You
the same
got
amount of league titles as
Premier
them,
League
bro.
titles than you lot do.
Bro, London is red, man. That's all I'm saying, bro.
You're
London
on
will always be
crack.
red.
That must be the finest
Anyway.
bit
I
of
mean,
crap
Bayern
that you
Munich
have
red.
on you.
Bayern Munich red. Since you guys like to get panned by them all the time.
We
Man
beat them
said
in their
Bayern
backyard
Munich
for
red. How do you feel knowing
What are you
How do you feel
talking
knowing Everton
about?
have the best manager in Merseyside right now?
Oh, what's he done in his career? All he done is chat to Klopp. That's it.
Yeah,
Well
and Klopp
well
ain't
done.
been the same since. Lampard
Steven
stepped to him and he's
Gerrard's
been
won
shook
more
ever
league titles as
since.
a manager as him, bro. Shut up, bro.
Well, we're doing fucking Scottish League now. Oh
Oh,
my
you're doing
days!
Scottish
How
League.
desperate
Bro,
are
he
you
could have
lot?
won the championship,
How
man. He could have won
desperate
the
are you lot?
championship. He didn't
Respect
even
your
win the
Champions
playoffs.
League winning manager,
The
Super
He
championship
didn't
Frank
is
even win the
better than
Lampard.
the
playoffs, bro.
Scottish.
He didn't even win the playoffs.
Are we
Respect
being
your
real here,
Champions
Rams?
League
Calm.
winning manager,
Hush
Super
your gums.
Frankie
Go speak to
Lampard.
Steve Cooper, man. That's his level.
Rams,
No,
the
go speak
Scottish
to Wayne
League
Rooney.
is
Go
worse
speak
than
to
the
Wayne
How
Rooney.
about you
championship.
not speak to
Stop
Kenny
capping here.
Dalglish because he's won as many league titles as manager as Jurgen
I
Klopp
mean,
has?
he's our greatest ever player, so I don't know what you're on about, but cool.
Yeah, and he's got
And
more league
Lampard was
titles
better than Gerrard,
than
so what is
fucking
it? What
Gerrard
is it?
does.
Yeah, he is. He's better than Gerrard, for
What-
sure.
Oh shit!
Why
Respect.
we
Dalglish
letting
is our greatest ever player.
why we letting Rams talk? Like,
I know.
shut up.
Because you
Jam
lot,
went to
you
take a
lot
shit
decided
and all of a
you lot
sudden the
decided
stream
to
It's
bring
cool,
goes
up
man.
to
He's
shit.
Liverpool,
surrounded
man.
by 9 Chelsea fans, so
You
he's
lot
just feeling
decided to
hella
bring up
defensive. It's
Liverpool,
cool,
man.
man.
Shut up,
Look.
man. You guys aren't even relevant. Why are we talking about these guys?
Nah,
You weren't
let's-
even
let's-
irrelevant
let's
before
skip to Chelsea
2004, bro.
Rams,
You were
Rams.
speaking to Man City back
Before
then, man. Shut
2004, you were 2. Shut up. What do you know about us being relevant?
You were relevant
What do you know about us
before,
being?
man.
What do you
Shut
know
up, bro.
about us being
If
relevant?
we weren't
Shut up.
You were
relevant
2 years
before then,
old.
why
You
did
weren't
we
even
bring
relevant,
you
man.
in?
Shut
You
up,
were
man.
2
Why did
years
Roman
old.
I
Picasso
don't even know
bring
who
you?
you guys
listen,
were,
listen.
man. All you
Guys,
I
Europeans
hear
talking
that,
about
I hear
shut
that.
up.
I hear
Meant to
that,
be
bro,
talking
Your
about
but
Stadium
stadium's
Roman
sold for a
knew.
pound.
not-
Shut
I hear
up.
that, but
It's a dead
Roman knew who
stadium.
we were over Liverpool. That's why he
But
picked
Lewis,
us over
Lewis,
you
why,
guys.
why is he?
So why
Hold
is
on.
that?
Why are we talking
Why is
about
it we have no
Liverpool?
history, but Roman Abramovich
Why are we
picked us
talking
over
about
I'll tell
you?
you your
Why
history.
is that?
Your stadium
Jam,
was
you're
sold
not
for a
getting
pound,
in
bro.
this,
Shut
bro.
your
But
mouth.
again,
Rams done
you're
studied some
saying that
shit.
our stadium was sold for a pound, done. But then why did Roman pick us over you?
Because
very
it's easy
confused.
Easy profit, bro. Easy profit.
Easy
man.
profit.
Right,
Us
right,
over
right.
the
Buy
biggest
low,
team-
sell
over
high.
the
You know what I'm
biggest team
saying?
in
Buy low,
England.
sell high.
Over
Great
the
business
biggest team in
strategy, you know
England.
what I'm
Guys,
saying?
hold up.
How is
Let
that?
Jem speak. Let Jem speak.
Guys, we're talking about why are we talking about a waste of space team that only wins once in every 20 years? I don't care.
Why are you
Well,
bringing
we'll tell
us
you.
up
Wait,
then?
wait, we'll
Why
tell
are
you
you
why.
bringing
We're
us
talking
up?
Because
about
Rams
Chelsea.
gave him the big
We're-
ones.
we're
Alex,
talking about-
Alex brought us up, and I had to fight my
We're
corner.
talking about Chelsea's expectations. That's what I thought
Yeah,
we
I
was
want to
talking
talk
about.
about
Why are we
Chelse's
talking about
expectations
Liverpool?
as well.
Who gives a
But I
shit
don't know
about
why you
them?
bring up Liverpool, man.
You
Anyway.
started bringing
You
up
know
the
what?
You see what happens,
Do you
Jam,
think-
when you live in a stream for 5 seconds to take a shit? All of a
Yeah,
sudden,
literally, I was on the
taking
phone. I come
Do
back
you-
and everyone's
do you
screaming
guys
about
think,
nothing, man. All you
do you
guys
guys
want to
think-
bring up Liverpool, and then you say,
Go
"Oh,
on,
I didn't
Josh.
bring them up."
Yeah, do you guys think Salah will celebrate when he scores at Anfield for Chelsea? next time?
Oh, really?
Coming home.
I'm not sure.
Don't you ever learn
He's
from
one
your
of our
mistakes,
own.
bro?
He's one of
He's
our
one
own.
of our own.
Mohamed Salah. He's one
Do you
of
ever
our
learn
own.
from your mistakes?
Look at
Remember
Salah.
what happened to Fernando Torres? Man, you
Yeah, he
guys-
won a
What? He
championship.
won a
Do you
championship
think that's
league.
gonna happen
Why you
again?
like-
you
with us
Champions
too,
League?
buddy?
Oh, because he
Yeah,
scored.
yeah, yeah.
Because he
Who-
just
what did he win
Valdez,
with
bro.
you
Man,
guys?
do better, man.
What did Torres win with you
Yeah,
guys?
because,
Torres won with you
because
guys
he
and
won us a
Gerrard. Tell me
championship
that.
league.
I don't give a shit about you.
Anyway,
Did he
I
win
don't
the
care
Golden
about
Boot with you
no,
guys?
so,
You guys couldn't win with Suarez and
Rem is in the
Gerrard.
mud.
Let's
Rem
just
is
leave
in
it
the
there. Let's
mud.
leave it there because we're just
Rem is in the mud.
My manager's won more trophies than your manager.
Yeah,
bro. That's all I have
personally,
to say, man.
Rem.
I wanted
How
to
is your
talk
manager
about.
one more trophy? Hold up. How is your manager one more trophies than us? It's 2 for 2.
Oh, it's
Tell me.
No, it's not 2 for 2. Because
The
if you want to
Super Cup
count,
in the
if you want
Champions
to,
League versus the Premier League and the Champions League. That's 2 trophies, 2 trophies.
what about Super Cup and Club World Cup?
Yeah, we won that.
Oh,
We won that.
Oh, Kings, yes.
All right, I'll
We
come
won
back.
that.
to the
Cup,
World
Come
Cup.
back to me.
I'll
Come
fight.
back to
Won.
me.
No, you
Come
not
back
fair
to me.
play.
We won the Super
Come
Cup
back-
already. What are you
World
talking
Cup.
about, Rams?
Yeah, he
We won
just
the-
said Super Cup and Champions League. I said Super Cup, Club World Cup, Premier League, and Champions League.
And I said fair
Come
play.
back
When we
to
won
me.
the Club World Cup, I'll come back.
Come back to
But
me,
until
come back
then,
to me.
you're good.
Anyway,
major
back
trophies
to
against
World
one.
Cup and we'll
what
take
is
two
it? Back
Champions
to
Leagues in the
Chelsea's
Premier League.
expectations. Let's go to Josh. Josh, what are you saying about expectations for Chelsea this the last part of the season?
Yeah, I kind of just mirror what everyone else says. Like as far as the league goes, just keep the gap tight. As close as you can. Maybe be able to squeeze your way into second. Carabao Cup, obviously, would like to win that. Club World Cup, like to win that. Champions League, a solid performance. Maybe, like you said, quarters, semis, potentially, pip your way into the final, depending on who you get. I'm not one of those guys who cares about who we play to get to the final. Like, at the end of the day, if you're raising the Champions League, you raise the Champions League. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think we have an opportunity here to go on a nice run of games. I think United and West Ham could be like maybe the only areas where you should be struggling maybe to get points. Other than that, you should be handling your business. Everybody just had a nice break, got a chance to recharge the batteries a bit. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to see us go on a nice run of games here and put together some points.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think we could all agree that we need to win a couple of trophies, even if we don't do as well in the league, which
Yeah.
looks like we'll be doing third. But again, like I keep saying, I do feel like we should have maybe challenged this season. I did expect us to not be this far away from Man City, but there's still a long way to go as well at the same time. So
Yeah,
we'll have to see what happens with that as well. What are you saying, Cal?
Respectfully, Jim, and I know you think we should have challenged, but we gassed ourselves too high, man. We weren't supposed to challenge this year. Tuchel overperformed last year. That's a fact. This squad was not good enough to compete with City. Liverpool, however,
I think
we're good enough to
keep our
compete
wing
with
backs
Liverpool,
with
but
that.
not City. City is a different breed. But
Nobody overguessed because of we won a champion. The people who think that the reason why we are supposed to be a winning a league because of Championship League, that's not.
No. Alex,
I-
you're right, but I'm saying a lot of the fan base. I'm just respectfully. I heard it. We're gonna win the
Should be
league.
challenging, bro.
This is our year. No.
We
not
should be
challenging.
closer. Yeah.
I didn't
At
say
the
win.
beginning
I
of the
said challenging.
season, before December, let's be real. It was we're top of the league. We're gonna take it home. We're gonna do let's be honest. And then we got humbled. But respectfully, this is
No,
this
but
my
it's because of
expectation.
injuries, though. Let's be
No,
real.
I
about
agree.
it.
No,
yeah.
because
There's a
of
lot of
Jennifer
factors. There's a
Lewis.
lot of factors
It's
that
because of
come into
Jennifer
play.
Lewis. I know you were talking to Jam earlier on the stream saying that Jennifer should have had the PL our way.
You should have had better forwards in front of him.
Yeah,
Alex, you gotta have
go
a
to
picture
sleep, man.
of
Go to
Jennifer
sleep,
on
and
your
a better
profile.
defense as well.
He plays so many balls to those forwards, Lou. I can't believe we've missed so many assists for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely can believe it. Looking at the players that we have
So
up top.
the reason why we
Lewis, that was sarcasm, bro. He doesn't pass the ball forward. What are you talking about?
Wait,
I see
hold
passes
on.
forward.
Yeah.
I just
Oh
didn't
my
get
word!
wasted.
He actually
Comments real
bited
quick?
to it.
Guy
Can I
passed the
just-
ball
by
to
the way,
Tammy Abraham one time in
the
his whole
reason we're
career.
playing with the wingback system is so important for us is because the space between the midfield and between the forward and center mids are non-exist. We have to rely on our wing backs
Alex
because
is
of
absolutely right,
Jorginho.
and that's why I'm saying, look at this comment right here. You're telling me the squad is good enough to compete with City? Everybody in the chat right now, Rams included. Chelsea's
What you
squad
think
right
we're
now is
competing
good enough
though?
to be competing with
Don't
City.
include Rams in anything, man.
All right, fuck Rams. You're right.
We were top of the league. What when we
Let me
competed?
tell you something. The reason
It's
why you
not
guys
deep enough. It's not deep enough.
the
Thank
reason
you.
why you guys were
Thank
so
you.
fooled is because
That's what she
you know you I think you guys kind of you thought Tuchel was like Ferguson or something. Like
Yeah.
he not Fergie. Like you guys you hyped him too much. You gotta relax. He's not
He
gonna
ain't
make
got, man.
Thank
he's not
you,
gonna make
Daniel.
magic with trash. He needs good
Thank you,
players as
Daniel.
well.
Thank you. That's
You
what I'm
guys thought
trying to say.
you guys
that's
thought the
right,
players
yeah.
were great and it was just Lampard who was shit, and now you're finding out these players are shit. But
Thank you.
listen,
Thank you.
Dan's
you're
trying to get
also
that bet paid off. He's got for
but
Vegas.
but you're also finding out that respectfully, Tuchel isn't Fergie. You know what I mean? You can use West Brown or just kind of bums and play them anywhere and you'll be okay. Nah, man, it's not gonna happen. So we're exactly where I think we should be, third, and
Absolutely.
we should finish third because
Bro,
every other team below us is complete
I said,
trash.
Dan,
No,
I said
I
at the
think
beginning
we
of the
can
season,
beat
right? I
Liverpool
said
just second.
I held it and said I don't think Chelsea can win the title. However,
Same.
I do think that we should be closer than what we are personally, and that was based upon having certain individual players fit, obviously, because if you miss certain players, you're not going to be able to be close. But that was based upon us having, a decent squad around us to be able to. I'm not going to lie. We all kind of got a little bit deceived about our squad depth, didn't we? A lot of
Absolutely.
people thought our squad depth was better than what it was, and it got found out.
100%.
That's another
Man
I
City
wasn't.
has
I
squad
wasn't.
depth.
I
That's
still think the
squad
squad
depth.
depth is good. The reason why we have it's a long-term injury. So how you can blame a squad depth on a
It's
long-term
not
injury?
quality enough.
No,
It's not quality
It's
enough,
not
Alex.
quality enough,
It's
Good
Alex.
enough.
There's
as
many
well.
positions it's not
If
quality
we can
enough.
agree to disagree. Some people blaming other people. I'm just gonna blame one person that we build the team around.
Oh, fuck
So I
it.
don't
This is
care.
an
But
agenda,
like
man.
as many. No, it's
Let
not
the agenda
agenda.
run.
How
Let
many
the
goals
agenda
did we
run, man. It's all
concede?
good.
How many goals did we concede specifically from
From
Alonso?
the midfield being torn apart, a lot. You're not lying. But what I'm saying is, look at this.
Exactly.
If
So lose
Conte
Alonso
goes down
alone
and
because
Kovacic
Alonso is
goes
a
down, we
squad
don't
player.
have enough
He
cover in
didn't
the
supposed to be
midfield.
playing 48 games a season. He didn't.
No. I agree with you, Alex, but that's what I'm saying. You can't say the depth is quality if Conte and Kovacic goes down, we're fucked in midfield. The only place I would say we have quality, actual
Oh my
quality, is our
God,
defense.
Kante and Kovacic goes down. How often you have two midfielders go down
That's
at the
the most
same
area
time?
I'm suspect about.
What do you mean? It happened to us. That's why we
I
got
know it
fucked up.
happens, but how often this happens? Name me the other team that lose the start players at the same time. Two start
Respectfully,
players.
Liverpool lost both their center backs.
Exactly. And where are they at that season?
Yeah, they
Alex,
got
you keep
fucked
saying
up.
that Jennifer
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
So what do you
doesn't get
expect?
injured.
Third.
It's all right.
This is what I'm saying. The only quality and depth we have is in defense.
Josh, am I tripping? I'm saying, listen, Liverpool had all those blah 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 injuries. They finished third. I expect us to finish third because
but
we're
sadly-
far better than Arsenal. Arsenal have 17 players, guys.
Why are we
I
talking
don't
about
want to hear.
anybody below third? We're
I
not
don't want to hear
anything
anything about them.
anybody else.
Manchester
It's
United have Ragnarok, and he's shit. Like let's just keep it real.
Yeah. I
And
think
then
Dan's
Spurs
right in the
have
sense that,
Conte. Come
yeah,
on, like
Look,
with
Daniel,
all the
that's what I'm
injuries,
saying.
Why
Why
with
are
all
we
the
talking
injuries
about
that
anybody
man.
below third? We're not in a top
no,
four
that's what I'm
race.
saying. Like
We're in a top
ex-
2 race. That's it.
We
we
weren't
should be
allowed to give injuries as an
comfortably
excuse. That's what we
third.
were
And if
saying.
City pipe Liverpool, then we should get second too.
That's
I
what I'm
think we'll
saying. We
get
should be
second.
fighting for
By the
second.
end of the
We should be
season, we'll
competing
get
for
the
the FA
second.
Cup. We need to beat these assholes in the Carabao Cup and go as far as we can in the Champions League. That's the
I don't give a shit
expectation.
about a Carabao Cup, but
Tries a key word, man. Tries a key word. Yeah, try.
like we're probably gonna have to play like our subs or reserve
No,
for that
because Reece
Carabao
James will
Cup,
be
right?
back, bro. Reece James will be back apparently. I don't know if he.
No, they'll be in the Club World. Isn't it 2 days after the Club World Cup, or am I tripping?
Yeah, I think it's like a couple days after.
Yeah, we're
right.
playing.
World Cup
Listen,
is
you're gonna be
priority
playing
before
against.
Carabao
Yeah, but
Cup.
we've
gonna
got
be playing against.
Palace in between that as well.
You're gonna be playing against
Daniel.
Harvey Vale and them type of guys, man.
Daniel.
Don't worry.
Daniel,
Nah, man.
Club World Cup is a
We have to
priority
put it
before
in our
Carabao Cup. That's a fact. But I'm
Why?
saying we
No,
should try
why?
to win every competition we're in.
You're gonna be playing against Harvey Vale, bro.
No, we won't, bro. Stop
Yeah,
it.
you will, bro.
Stop it with
Harvey
this
Vale,
defeatist mentality.
Harvey Vale, and
Stop it.
what's his name? What's my boy?
Oh, that's
Susuk Bell.
Sup Bell.
Hey, he's about to bang
he's
too.
a baller, bruv.
No, you're not.
That's my boy right there.
Stop
He's a
it.
Suso
baller.
Bell, better than La Caca. That should be number 9 right there, man.
Gotta
Separate.
get the
You
same
won't
treatment
play-
that
you
that your
play
youth team
with
got the other day.
Yeah, fuck it. And if Suso Bell scores against you, oh my God, Rams, you never hear the end of it. I promise you.
You're
All
not
right.
playing those guys though. What are you on though?
You're
not
playing
gonna be
against Suso
playing.
Bell, bro.
You're
Oh
not
yeah,
playing.
one for your youth team dropping a 3-0 lead.
Oh, you're actually the mud.
Hey, Lewis,
You're
Lewis,
actually
why do you
the
think,
mud.
Lewis, why do you think you keep
Firstly,
mentioning
right?
Suso Bell?
Firstly, right? Our best players weren't even playing that day.
Why do you think I keep mentioning Suso Bell? He scored a hat trick against you, bro.
My second point to you on that. Hold that.
Bro.
I hold that.
Our best players
forgot
weren't
the
even
hat
playing
trick?
that day.
Rams,
Don't
forgot
know
the hat
what
trick?
you're
That's
on
cool and all, but hold that.
Well done. You done you beat up our
These man
underrated
dunked on you lot in your own grounds.
And where's Carvalho, bro?
And they start playing your own national anthem and
Guys,
mocking
stop
it on the
giving
way back.
Liverpool so
They
much
took the
attention
piss.
in the
Why are we
Chelsea
talking about
game.
Liverpool so much, guys?
Rams.
Fuck Liverpool,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Let's
Listen,
calm down.
See,
This is
look,
my question.
I'm getting blamed for what's it called? Bring up Liverpool when you lot are bringing up Liverpool. I ain't saying shit.
No,
I
Rams.
still have grudges about. I
Damn it,
still
bro.
have grudges to you, Rams, for Cold War, man. I
What
still
do you
have
mean? What did
grudges
I
on that
do? I
for
did
you,
not
man.
do nothing, man.
Where's Carvalho,
I'm
bro?
just
That's
here
what
living my
I'm
life.
brought it up.
I'm here living my life.
You didn't do
enjoying
nothing,
my
but
new
8 years
signing.
ago, Gerrard slipped and it was funny. So
Where's
you're
Carvalho,
so-
bro? That's
so
what matters,
sad,
man.
That's so sad. You're so weird.
Where's
as well.
Carvalho? Rams, bro.
Carvalho,
What
we're
happened?
agreeing a fee.
Daniel,
Can we stop talking about
trolling,
better
Liverpool,
than-
man.
better
please?
than your
Don't
whole-
give a fuck
than your
about
whole youth
Liverpool. Let's
system, bro.
focus
Shut
on
up.
Chelsea, my
Yeah,
guy.
fuck Liverpool, man. Let's
Just
move away
focus
back
on
on
Chelsea.
Can I just
anyway,
can I
his
just
first
say
game's a card,
something?
Go on,
I'm
man.
making second,
Go on.
man. Fuck this Liverpool guys, bro.
Go on.
Don't
What were you
bring me
gonna
up,
say?
man. I'm here to talk Chelsea.
Yeah,
bro.
so I'd like to see a few things from us. I think obviously the cup competitions are important. I mean, considering we lost the FA Cup final last year as well, that was kind of
2 years
painful.
in a row.
Yeah, it would be nice to win that one finally, but like after a while, after about 5 years. But I would like to see the league as well, because if you look at all those games, Chelsea are not really the underdog in any of those. Like, we're expected to win most of those games. Like you said, at least 7 or 8 out of those. So I'd like to
not
see
catching
how we
fade, bro.
play in those games. Like, because like we've had some really underwhelming performances, like 1-1 against Burnley, 1-1 against Brighton, 0-0 against Wolves. You know, like even Everton away could be a tricky game. Like I remember like when we were under Lampard, we got smashed 3-1 in the away Everton game. So like I'd like to see how we cope with like pressure, and also I'd like to see some better football, because honestly, like some of the performances, like the football has been a bit like boring to watch, honestly, respectfully, because like I mean, like there's too much defending, man. Like I watched like especially the
Did you
Brighton
watch
games.
Sorry, were you a Chelsea fan under
Yeah,
Sorry?
man. I can't subscribe.
No,
to
no,
what
no,
you're
no, no,
saying,
no,
bro.
no. But I'm not trolling. I'm literally asking. Were you watching Chelsea under Sorry?
Or
Yep,
Conte
I
for
was.
that matter.
You
I
were.
was.
How was the excitement level in those years?
The excitement, dude.
So
Wait,
excited.
listen. Wait, let me make my point. The excitement was there. Only the excitement level was there. Okay, right? But like a lot of games,
Losing 6-0 to City was excitement.
Hold on,
Nah, I
mate.
can't.
Let me complete. Let me complete. The excitement was there in the beginning, right? And then we go to December, and then it all just crumbles. That happens to Chelsea a lot of times. Happened on the Sarri, happened on the Lampard, and Lampard ended up getting sacked. And it's kind of happening under Tuchel as well. Like, I mean, we're not crumbling, but we're seeing some bad performances. So what I'd like to see is like better performances and like less defensive football, I would say. I mean, the results, all that is fine. I feel like we can win most of those games, but I'd like to see us play a bit better and like a bit more attacking, because our attackers have been shit for a really long time. So that it's been pretty frustrating to watch. That's all I'd like to say.
You want more attacking, but attacking is made shit.
Respectfully, I just want to reply to what you said. We were way more defensive. Even when we won the title under Conte, we won by counterattacking. which means we were defending like mad, getting into counter-attacking positions to get our goals.
Nah, not really.
Not
That's
really.
that's a
Daniel,
misconception.
Daniel.
That's a
It was
misconception and
no,
misunderstanding of what how
Yeah.
Conte played. We were never under threat by any of those teams.
I
when
didn't
we
say we
playing
were
under
under threat
because
we
our
were
organization
defending.
was great. No, we weren't defending. It's just every time we got the ball, we had a player like Fabregas who would switch it in
Exactly.
Who can switch it
2.5
quick.
seconds. We didn't build up play. We didn't have 15
Yeah,
passes
he
to
used to
get
play
the
that
other
killer
team.
ball all the time.
Is
man,
once
I
we
remember
win
that.
it, he's playing it immediately to
Yeah,
Moses
but
or
what did
to
we have to do
or
first
to
before we
Alonso
did
or
that?
whatever.
We had to win it from the opposition by defending, and that is my
You always
point.
have to win it from the opposition by defending.
No, but his point is that we're
It's just
boring
when
now,
we
so
win
do
the
the same
ball.
exact thing.
No. Here's the difference. When we win the ball, we decide to pass it 35 times and then lose it, and then we win it back. Right?
Exactly.
Yes,
On the
I agree.
Conte, when we get the ball, we immediately trying to
Direct forward
attack. If it
passes,
doesn't work, we
balls
lose
over the
it.
top.
We
I
win it
agree.
back. Try it again. If it doesn't work, we lose it. We win it back. We didn't keep the ball for 30, 40 passes because he was just trying to score. Like we weren't sitting back. That
No,
wasn't
no,
the team
I agree.
I
I
remember
agree.
that
I
got
agree.
90 something points.
He
That
did play
won
under
14 games in a row. That's not the team I remember.
He did play under Conte, didn't he, Fabregas?
Ooh.
Yes,
What?
of course.
Yes.
Of course
Couch,
he
what are you
did.
talking
That's
about?
what I'm trying to remember. I don't know what Couch is saying. He's confused me. I'm missing a
I
second
think
now.
maybe
Was it
maybe
only
towards
the
the end of
first
this,
year?
maybe
Actually,
maybe the
Craig
second
is saying it's
season.
correct. He didn't.
I think the second season. I think the
Mourinho
second
signed him.
season.
It
Mourinho
means he
signed
didn't play
Fabregas.
regularly.
So who was
Yeah,
the
Fabregas
Yeah,
has
he
2
He
Premier
wasn't
League
a
titles.
starter. That's what he means.
One
He
under
wasn't
Mourinho.
a
No,
starter.
he played like 30 games. What are you talking about?
He didn't
he
start
played,
those
and
games.
then
under
Conte
Conte,
benched
but
him
he was
for
there, man.
Majority of his
Conte
game time
combo
is spent on the
Yeah, the
bench coming
second
on.
and
season.
Matic
The
combo.
second
But
season, guys.
his point is correct. Like what he's trying to say is correct. Under Conte, like there was some kind of intensity, right? Like as soon as we won the ball, there was an intent to attack. I just don't see that much anymore.
That's because our
Okay, like
attackers are shit.
No, that
How
was
many
only
games
in
is
the
that?
that was only in the
but
first season.
still, you've got to try, right? You've
Wait,
got to try. Like
32
how many
games?
No,
how many
Eight-
years has it been? How many
17,
years has it
18
been?
Chelsea didn't
Like I
attack
said.
well.
No, but he played 32 games still. He had 32
Thank
matches
you,
during
Lewis,
that
but that's
period.
what I'm trying to
Conte
say.
benched
It's
him,
like,
man. For
listen,
No,
couple
no,
I
but
get
like
what
games.
you're saying
that's the
about
point.
us
I agree with you.
playing
First
tiki taka
season,
to the side and
No,
shit.
but that wasn't even 17, 18 wasn't his title winning season. What
No,
are you
Yes,
guys
it
his
talking
was.
title
about?
winning season was 15,
yeah, but like
16.
we're saying, we
No,
attacked
sorry.
more under Conte. We didn't in the
No,
second.
you're
Guys,
missing
16,
it. It was
17 was the season.
It was 16,
67.
17. Yeah, it was. That was Conte. That was Conte.
He had 12 assists in that season. Yeah, acting like he wasn't. Like, what are we saying? 14, 15. He had 18
yeah, like
assists.
like
Daniel,
let
I
it go.
never
People
disagree
made
with
the
you.
mistake, and
Fabregas
that's it.
was
Let's
great
just
under
move on.
Conte.
Towards the
There's
end
no
of towards
argument.
the end of Conte's second season, he started to become more of like a sub. But he the first season
No,
of
he
Conte,
was
he
in the
played
first
all the
season
time.
too.
I remember him coming in and out for Conte. For Conte
Showtime, that was
but he
halfway
played.
through the
He
season.
played.
Yeah,
He played
but
a different role further up the pitch. I remember games where he was further up the
16,
pitch.
17, it was Matic and Kante that was played in midfield.
But guys,
Yeah,
what
He
but
wasn't
but
playing in
his
midfield
role
in that
was further
season.
up the pitch.
we're
He
arguing
was?
Further
about
up the pitch.
Fabregas, but what are we
Yeah.
really
Well, in the
saying
front three,
here?
no, it was mainly Pedro, Hazard, and Costa.
Nope. That was really the second season.
No, that
Yeah, he
wasn't. That was the
started
first
13 games
season.
under
We never
Conte.
changed. We rarely changed our lineup. It was always Pedro, Hazard, and Costa up front.
That's facts.
Fabregas might come off on the bench every now and then, but we started Pedro, Hazard, and Costa.
That's facts.
It was Pedro Hazard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fabregas was in
Pedro,
that as
Hazard,
well.
and Costa.
I remember.
Wait,
Willian
not
and Fabregas were on the bench.
to go
What,
off
in the
the plot
Conte
too
season or
much,
the Mourinho?
but
Who are you talking about here?
Conte's season.
I remember. All right, yeah, no, it's the Mourinho season where we had.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Mourinho season he
Yeah, I
started.
remember. Yeah.
But
not
like
to
he
go
lost
off
his
the
legs
plot,
very early at Chelsea.
but to address what W said,
But even with losing his legs, he was still the most important creative player in our team.
No, he was our most creative. Well, our second most creative.
Second
player
most
behind
creative.
Hazard. But he
Look,
lost his legs very quickly, which is why he couldn't play in a
but this
two-man
is
pivot.
this is the point, and I'm gonna bring it back to Alex about Jennifer. Who is our most creative
Damn, you
player
really
right
made
now?
the Jennifer thing viral. Can't be asked.
Mason Mount.
Rams. To the Chelsea fans, who is our most creative player right now?
Mason Mount.
I guess Rams the Chelsea fan now. To the Chelsea fans, who's our
He's
most
a
creative
Chelsea
player?
fan.
Who's our most
No
creative
one else
player
is
right now?
Mason Mount, isn't it?
Yes.
Our most
Right
creative
now.
players are our wing backs when they're fit.
Thank you.
Wait,
Shows
wait.
you're
In
a Chelsea
terms,
fan,
in
Rams.
terms of
No, that's actually not
ability, or
true.
right,
But
or
That is true.
what
When
formation?
they were
what
healthy,
formation?
Great,
that
they
is
assist
absolutely
more.
true. Chilwell
It's
and
not
Danny
true.
are our most creative players
What
on the goddamn
formation?
pitch, followed by Mount.
Timo Werner.
Oh my
Yeah,
god! All right,
Timo
yeah, I
Werner,
see. We're not
contributions,
taking this
yeah,
seriously.
Ziyech.
No,
I see.
on a serious level, what formation? Because it's the 4-2-2. It's Ziyech.
Yeah, but we ain't played the 4-2-2 that much.
We
Guys,
played it twice in the last month.
beginning
And
of
that's
the
what you
season
expect
when
out
we
of
were
Ziyech.
top of the league, our wing backs were the most creative people on the fucking pitch, followed by
Right.
Mason Mount.
Look
When
at
we
them
switched
Well,
to
Ziyech
we
names.
played.
Right,
We
but it's also
started.
because
know,
We
you
Ziyech
know
is
started.
good
Ziyech.
as well in the wide
You
We
know
position.
started
Ziyech
with
is not playing
Alonso
right.
in the beginning of the season. Then we went to Chilwell.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean anything, does it? We were better with Chilwell and James than we was when Alonso was playing in that team. I know he's
We
you
were
know
as
what I think
good with
Alonso.
both, to be honest, and I despise
Yeah.
Alonso, but he played well at the start of the season.
Listen,
He didn't do too bad, but he was never going to hold
Nah,
up.
nah, he was
Maybe
good. He was good, man. He
maybe
was
2
good.
games
2 games.
tops, dude.
Yeah, 2
Exactly.
games and that's
He
it.
deceives people, man. That guy. He's like
Like I
Barkley.
said,
Yeah, he
like
definitely
like I
deceives
said,
people, but I
I'm
have to
looking
give
at
good
bigger
performances
picture.
when
I'm
they
looking
come.
how we concede. I'm not looking how we score, and we concede not because of Alonso. Because if you're saying that Alonso, what's your problem with Alonso? He's slow. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that.
It's Jorginho's brother, Snail.
Exactly. But the problem is we do not concede as much because of Alonso as because of our midfield. It's it.
Yeah.
it is the midfield. I don't disagree with that one bit.
So
But then people argue that
blame your
Jorginho's press
Alonso
is
shit
important,
on you
Alex.
can blame on Alonso as much
Jorginho
as you
can't
want.
press
It's
for
a mix.
shit.
Apparently,
It's a
He's
mix.
good at
Jorginho's
slowing the
better than
game
N'Golo
down.
Kante, I've been told.
Listen,
He's the best
let's
at pressing, you know.
Gem.
Getting around the pitch.
Let's
I think it's
debunk
just
the rumor.
Christensen's fault. That's pretty
Kovacic
much
is
it.
our best presser. I would say it would
I'm
be
Matt.
Kante,
Just
but
because you
Kante
live in
second.
Australia, don't mean I can't find you in it.
Kovacic is our
Matt just
best
comes out
presser
of a
right now.
little comment.
Jorginho can't press for shit. Jorginho is just used to slow the game down and give
No.
balance.
Jorginho uses. I would like to jump on Jennifer's. Jorginho is intelligent as a footballer, but I will not. The problem with him is his legs for me and
Yes.
passing range.
So how can
But
you
the
say he
brain,
presses when he's slow?
no. He doesn't press slow. He times presses right. That's what. If you're talking about the pressing, I don't care. Like if the press needs to be down to every person on the field. If one person's lagging, the press doesn't work, and
agree.
everybody looks stupid. Jorginho presses smart. Jorginho doesn't press stupidly like some other players do sometimes. Jorginho, I will not have Jorginho actually smart when he's pressing, and I think he's good at it, and he's reading the game good at it. The problem is he's not. It's for me. It's a little different.
It's more like positional. It's more like positional pressing.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
how
But not the pressing. Not
So like in the same
pressing though.
like in the same breath of like a guy like Thiago Silva, like we can all agree he probably isn't the most pacey guy anymore, but he's so tactically brilliant that he's always in the right spot. But he doesn't need to like chase guys down and make
That's
tackles from behind.
pressing though. That's called being tactically aware.
Sure, then call Jorginho tactically aware. Then you don't have to say he presses.
I disagree. I disagree because we see in many games Jorginho gets turned and he ends up like conceding a yellow card. I kind of disagree with that point.
That happens more when he's like isolated.
Back to what Josh said. When he's isolated as a DM, that's when Jorginho gets split open like a stripper. That's exactly what happens.
That's a common sense. That's why everybody is saying that. You didn't discover America with that statement. We knew that. You said what you said it earlier is the one that we have a problem with. It's the pressing game. Pressing game. It's when we don't have the ball and we're pressing from the top. You're talking about the pressing like with his player. Like if he presses, for example, the midfielder, that's different. I'm talking about when everybody presses their own player. If Lukaku presses their defense, Mount presses his players, then he's actually doing the smart thing by the way he presses. But if we don't press and he has to press in the middle, that's when he's in trouble.
Okay, after you clarify,
So goals and assists is Mason Mount leading with 13. Reece James is on 9. Jorginho's in 7th. He's got 7. Sorry. So that's probably more goals, isn't it? How many penalties has he scored this season?
That's 7 pens.
6 pens.
7 clean penalties.
6 pens and he won a pen.
Then we look at the big chances created. Mateo Kovacic is on 6. Mason Mount's on 6, and Reece James is on 5. They're our top 3.
Hey, Chem, where's Cho? Fuck are you talking
And then you look at key passes per game. Reece James is on 1.9. Callum Hudson-Odoi is on 1.7. Mason Mount's below him on 1.6, which is interesting. Key passes per game. But what?
And my point is, Reece
for me,
James
what
has
is a
been
key
injured.
pass? Is it a
Daniel,
direct
those numbers aren't in context, though. You got to take them into
Pass that
context.
leads
Pass that
to a
leads to a
chance or
chance.
something like that.
A pass that leads to a chance. That's a key pass.
So, like a corner is considered a big chance because
Yeah.
I think
No,
I
a corner isn't
think
considered a big chance.
Key passes have to be in open
Is key
play.
pass
not in-
kick? Is key pass class as an assist? Then? So would they have more assists? Would they?
No,
if
No,
that's not what a key
no.
pass is.
what is it?
A
Like
key
assist
pass-
Fabregas?
a
A key
pass
pass
is
is
a chance
basically a
created,
pass
that's
that
it.
leads to a chance in open play.
Exactly. It's a chance
Exactly.
created.
So you're
That's all it
at
is.
least. Oh right. What? But is that pass that leads to whoever it is? Is that them scoring?
Yeah,
shooting
but
at goal?
No, it's
how
not
you
created.
how
That's
Complicated.
an assist
It's
and a key
open
pass.
chance.
question? How
Yeah, I
do
don't
you
get all
decide
these
if it's a
stupid
chance?
things.
What level of chance is it? Is it like a Timo Werner one-on-one chance?
That's what I'm trying to
Or-
understand. Is it like
or-
he makes
exactly,
it
or it's
from
a-
the
That
goal
is
and then he
considered
misses
a
it?
chance.
can I give you the actual definition of a key pass?
Go on,
It's a pass
go on.
by a player that allows his teammate to have an attempt on goal. That's
Which
it.
is a chance.
Which is a chance.
Holy
Which if he
fuck.
scores is an assist. No.
It doesn't have to be open play. It's just a
That's what I'm
chance
trying
on
to
goal.
Oh, fuck knows, mate. Anyway, that surprised me because apparently Callum Hudson-Odoi's played less minutes than everyone in the forward line in total. I think it's like 3,000 minutes he's played this season.
Odoi's
yeah,
just
but he played in the
inconsistent. That's
League
the
Cup
problem, but
games.
he's
He
young.
played in all those games that actually doesn't matter. Of course, he's gonna create all the kinds of shit, assists and all
Jen, you
kinds of
can't talk
crap.
about Callum unless you use context, my man. You
I know,
gotta,
he's
there's
inconsistent.
you gotta
there's a
use
lot of people that think
context
that
about
hate-
Callum.
The guy scored 4 goals in 4 years.
Can't say a bad word about him, mate.
That's,
I'm not
that's
allowed.
not. That's
I'm not gonna say bad words
Is that
about
true?
Odoi, but we can be honest. He's inconsistent. He's young.
No, you can't
that's
say
fine.
that because he
I
doesn't
can
get
say
enough time
he's
on the
actually
pitch.
not a good shit.
Hudson-Odoi is better than Salah.
Now you're funny. You're funny.
Nah,
Is that-
Rams,
is that
Rams,
John?
don't do it. Rams, he
I'm
I
not
understand.
biting, bro.
No,
Stop
no.
it.
You guys are bringing Rams into this. Don't bring Rams into this.
I'm not biting. Stop it.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
move,
Please,
move on
please.
with the
So is
question.
Salah without the diving.
Oh, shut up,
Facts.
Salah does dive a lot, though.
Man's
Salah
like
does
a,
dive a
man's
lot.
like
That's
a
facts. That's
parrot,
facts.
man. Shut up.
I knew it wouldn't take long.
Showtime Mount's
You're
not
a
inconsistent.
parrot.
His
Shut up.
performances just don't back up his
Minerals.
Did anybody notice how bad Salah plays outside of Liverpool?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Shut
man.
up.
No. I'm not
Stop
trolling
it.
Ram. I'm actually like people saying that he's best in the world right now, and all of a sudden, when you're not playing to his string system, he's completely lost. Like he does not look good at all.
You're talking about Egypt when he's playing with Egypt.
Yeah. Of course, I'm
Are they
going to
out
talk
yet?
about you because only
Nah, they're in the
because-
semis.
I know.
I'll put it this way.
I
Salah
kinda-
is
nah, but to be
right
fair,
now.
you
Ram,
can't,
I
Alex.
watched the game with him, and he was so poor. But of course, it's like depends on how good of a players you have around you. I agree with you on that, but at least if you like the statue people putting him at this moment, like you know what I'm saying, like
Rams,
you
have
would think that he's on a different planet.
It's fair
Because
that's true. But then you see other sides of the game, like against Morocco, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Like
He
I saw-
was.
like he was creating chances, making things happen. And the striker, I mean, I was on Hossam's stream, and he was like, the striker was like Lukaku. He couldn't control the ball, and he was missing open play chances. So I think when you're playing with a country like Egypt, it's going to be difficult to get that consistency. But the top players, when they perform at the big level, they perform at the big
He ain't someone
moments.
like Eden Hazard who used to create his own chances.
I mean, if he ends up winning
He needs
AFCON,
to
he would
create
do what
one,
he would
yeah.
have a better legacy and international career than Eden Hazard.
Joe is a Mo Salah. I think you put him in front of.
Oh, man.
I
of a
agree
goal,
with you on
he
that. I
scores.
agree with you on that.
He scores,
agree
but
with you,
for me,
Rams.
with Mo Salah, I don't think he
De Bruyne
needs to
attack.
The problem is Hazard did it in a World Cup.
Yeah, Alex. The problem is Egypt don't
I
have a
hate
guy to
if
kick a ball forward that he can run onto.
De Bruyne a disaster class away from Hazard making the World Cup final, winning best player. But it's cool.
What did he do in Euro 2016, bro? Against
Euro
Wales.
2016, he was really good.
Against Wales.
Yeah, that Wales game was a bit of a stinker still.
He's
But
right.
what did
Yeah,
Salah
that game
do
was a
against?
stinker.
What
That
did
was
Salah
game was
do
a
against
stinker.
Nigeria?
I swear he dropped the
No,
But
no,
goal.
it's those moments, bro.
He had a
No.
stinker. He wasn't
What
even
did-
involved. I watched that game as
No.
well.
It's
It
that
was
moments,
so
bro.
bad.
What did Salah do in the Russia World Cup against Russia, man?
Mike came back from injury. You can't say that. He came back from a dislocated shoulder.
He's not Eden Hazard, bro.
Curly.
It makes things
Look,
happen,
all I'm
you know?
saying, if he does, if
Come
he even
on.
ends up winning AFCON,
Egypt got spent by Russia, man.
if he wins AFCON,
Not a
Probably
Salah
gonna-
fan getting at Hazard, getting at
degree-
players for injuries. Come on,
the
man.
degree-
But it's always the Liverpool fans that go, "Oh no, Salah's better than Hazard," and they always compare him. And I'm just
They'll get at Hazard for his injuries, and then when it's Salah,
Yeah.
but he was injured.
Nah, but he also put on weight, Lewis. Come on, we can't do that. We cannot
bro.
overlook
Hey,
the
Ram,
fact
No,
that-
but
running out
he
of
lost
excuses.
weight
Yeah,
and
Hazard
came
puts
back
on
in.
weight. Why do you think he's so hard to push off the ball when he's dribbling?
Nah, I'm not that type of weight, bro.
Most
Not that
foul
type
player
of
in the
weight.
Premier League for years.
That
Come on,
wasn't
man.
bulking, bro. That was bulging, bro. You know what I'm saying? No.
Bulging.
That was bulging, so it was a bulging Hazard that won 4 man of the matches in a row, back to back.
Do you know
on
what I
the
mean?
top
What
It's
in
ten.
just peak, innit,
2018-19, bro? Come on,
You're getting
Lewis, you
slam
can't-
dunk, bro.
let
What are you saying?
You can't-
I think
Come on, man.
Liverpool fans are putting weight.
Ram,
you
Their
can't
heads
do
are getting
that.
real big at the moment.
Ram was only
Hazard
two when
just came
Hazard
to
played,
Liverpool,
so he
took a
can't
man of the
do
match,
that,
and dipped.
Hazard.
By the way, also the most man of the
I have
matches in
gen- I
Premier
have
League
genuine
history.
question.
Premier League.
I have genuine
Most man
questions for
matches in
Ram.
Premier League history. Yes, that's true as well.
Jem,
He
I
was-
have Ram. I have a genuine question for you. What year do you expect Klopp to leave Liverpool?
next year.
Right after Pep.
Funny.
No, I'm not. This is a genuine question.
No, it's funny to Jem because he thought it was because
Oh.
he said next year.
Be back. Got
Maybe 2024, 2025.
When is his contract running out?
2024, but I think he has an option to extend for one more year.
Okay.
So he'll
An option that
probably
he's not
end
gonna
at
take,
The real question is, when is fucking Pep leaving? That's the real
That's
question.
next year.
After next
Pep is
season.
leaving next year.
Thank God.
But don't say thank God, bro. If they get Ten Hag, then
Yeah, it's peak.
it's
but
going to be peak.
yeah, I
That's
agree.
not. That's not. I don't. Man, people like.
Nah, but
all of a
Alex,
sudden, Ten
it's-
Hag.
Alex,
It's the philosophy.
Daniel
Alex, it's the
started all this
philosophy.
Ten Hag bullshit, man.
Now, Alex,
Wait,
it's the
guys,
philosophy.
guys.
It's not a change in philosophy, man. It's
yeah, you
worrying.
gotta
It
understand.
doesn't matter about the philosophy. It's still about the personality.
No, listen, Alex, you're right, and Rams is right. On one part, he's not gonna be as good as Pep. That's facts. But
That's
the way City is set up, they're still gonna be good to compete. You could I'm not gonna say you could throw any manager in there, but as long as they're close to world class or world class, City's gonna perform. And I
But
think
is
Ten
Ten
Hag
Hag
will become a
world-class?
world class
Of course,
manager.
City doesn't
give up
have like a
Pascal?
young, their roster is not that young of a roster right now. They have a couple of young
It's
guys in
middle-aged.
positions, but
It's middle-aged.
But
Yeah,
Josh,
25, 26.
you heard what you just said. Look at how they're structured. They will replace all the players they need to replace when they need to do it.
Plus, they're buying young players now as
Look
well.
at how they did Fernandinho and Rodri. Rodri got brought in, got a year to just embed himself into Pep's system. Fernandinho got sat on the bench. Rodri's now performing at a
Yeah.
world-class
Look,
level.
yeah, but
Look.
there is a certain amount of Pep pull for some of those guys going to City. If Pep's not there, some of those top players might be like, fuck it, I'm not going to City.
You know what I'm saying? And another thing, like Pep is the way Pep is in the dressing room. If you watch the documentary on Prime,
Sit down.
he's
Nobody talk.
he's ruthless. He's ruthless. Do you think some Hug is gonna tell some Hug coach is gonna tell somebody that? There's no freaking way.
Kevin De Bruyne will Kevin De Bruyne will
I can't
tell Ten Hag to
disrespect
suck his
Ten Hag.
dick if he tries to
I
yell at him
can't
like that.
disrespect Ten Hag, but I can agree with Alex. He's not going to be anywhere near Pep, and that's facts.
Yeah, that's true. But we have to wait and see, man. We might.
Yeah. Of
style
course,
of
we have to wait.
management,
And
and
same with Klopp. Like I just don't see any Liverpool player go against Klopp. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Like in the
true.
dressing room, the minute the Klopp leaves, you're gonna have some manager that's gonna have like. There's not a lot of. This is why I'm so upset if we get rid of Tuchel, because there's not a lot of
Daniel's getting
managers.
attacked. Sorry, go on.
Give it
Yeah.
to Stevie till the end of the season.
No.
Shut
What
up.
I'm saying, like I don't see the there's a lot of good managers left in the world of football. You know what I'm saying?
I
That
agree.
actually have that mentality in the dressing room. You just couldn't say like a Fergie, like you couldn't say shit to Fergie in the dressing room. He will beat you up. You see what I'm saying?
fuck
He
beat you
would
up,
actually,
I'll
he would
tell
actually
you. I'll tell you for
throw. He would
a
actually
fact.
throw shit at you, bro. That's how mad.
Think
he is.
about it.
Exactly.
David Beckham said one fucking thing, got sold. The
I
next
swear he
window
got. I swear he
sold.
got punched up by Ferguson. He got like a
Yeah,
cut on the
Fergie-
eye, bro.
Fergie-
He kicked a football boot at his head.
We all
Hold on.
agree
He's got
Fergie's
just
best
over
ever
the
Premier
eye.
League
And then
manager in
Fabregas,
existence.
and then Fabregas threw a pizza slice at him.
Proper
He was
fucking
ready to
hell.
beat up Fabregas when he heard that. It was Fabregas through the pizza.
Wait, just to check, we're all sensible here. Fergie, best ever Premier League manager.
Yeah, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, best ever manager.
I think
Nah, man, Super Frankie
that
Lampard.
That goes to Jose Mourinho. That goes to Jose Mourinho, mate. Get it right.
no. I think Fergie is the greatest manager of all time for me.
The only
I
one
agree.
the
I
only one that
disagree.
can rival is probably them old managers from like Ajax, but it's Fergie all the way. Modern football.
No. Here's the debatable one. I'm gonna bring a crazy one.
I think the Liverpool has one in 70s that
Well,
done real well.
Paisley.
Yeah, he was the one that actually done it on Europe and Premier League.
Yeah, one. He's on par with Ancelotti with most European titles.
Yeah, but
But still Fergie.
The thing about Fergie though, and this is why like I think Pep gets knocked sometimes, is Fergie didn't always have like a world-class team. He had some average players in there, and he made it work.
Not even
Exactly.
he properly rebuilt Manchester United.
Twice.
Man United was shit when they started off. Twice. Like Man United were crap. And then he rebuilt Man United. Pep, even though Barcelona were in a bad place, they won the European
Barcelona
Cup
was not in a bad place.
I know.
Barcelona definitely.
No. That's why I use an asterisk. They were in a bad place. I mean, like the manager,
For their
the players,
standards,
they
for
didn't
their
play for the
standards,
manager.
yeah.
But they won the European Cup a couple of years before. So
Yeah, it was just an aging
Look,
squad. They needed a
Did you see Barca? Did you see
Gem.
Barca can only register 3 of those 4 January signings?
Jem, can you hear me?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Can you bring up Aka's comment real quick?
Aka?
Yeah, he's literally Aka, aka.
You just say it. Pep is close to Fergie, you know?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up so everybody can see it. No, Pep is not close to Fergie. Nowhere near close.
No,
I'm
he's
sorry.
So you did all that.
Pep
just
has
to
to
say
be
no,
here
Pep
for
is
another
not?
decade.
The mark on Pep is what he did at Bayern Munich. That's going to be a big mark on his name.
Yes.
They were European
I agree.
champions.
By the way, I have a couple of real good friends that Bayern Munich. They couldn't stand Pep at Bayern Munich. They could not.
And they had
stand
the best
Pep.
striker. They had one of the best strikers in the world. That was the missing piece, and they still didn't win the European Cup.
Mourinho is the MD in the past 3 years. Is what great time, showtime.
And also, whenever they got to the semis, they got humiliated. Like Atleti, they got humiliated.
Pep
Real
already
Madrid, they
stepped in
got
centre stand, he
humiliated.
retired and was scared, is what Ray Allen says.
People argue that Mourinho was better in his prime than Pep, but I'm not going to bring that.
Mourinho was a different animal.
Mourinho just got screwed by a ghost goal.
Yeah, he did, which was
Luis Garcia. Big up Luis.
Look.
Drink sangria.
Porto to the Champions League. Jesus Christ.
Look how I will put the dent in the Pep's career by actually bringing 2008-2009 season for Chelsea when that handballs against Barcelona when they won that Championship League. Remember,
Alex?
Don't
remind me.
As a Liverpool fan, that was actual daylight robbery. That was
Please, bro.
Look. So you will remove Championship League that season from them because they did not even should be there.
Chelsea should have won it that year.
Absolute fraudulent.
I'm not saying Chelsea should have won it. All I'm saying is
Barcelona
should not. Barcelona should not have that year.
I don't know if you would have beaten Man United though.
What do you mean?
You think that Chelsea team would have ever allowed themselves to lose 2 finals?
No. Look, guys. Look. I'm not saying Chelsea should have won the Championship League that season. I'm saying Barcelona shouldn't
have been in it.
It. So what I'm saying is it's one of those Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola only won 2 Championship Leagues. Remember that? Only 2.
Yeah.
And one of them is the greatest robbery of all time. So that will be one.
History. Wait, let me bring up the Drogba real quick.
Alex,
my question is my question is how
we got robbed that
you
game,
will
man.
consider
Big time.
Pep is the greatest manager ever than Fergie if he only won one Championship League in his career.
He's not better than him. I don't know who's saying that anyway.
I don't
Stupid,
like
man.
it's a ridiculous.
The man won the treble.
That's why I said bring up the comment. I don't even think he's close.
He's not even close.
Exactly.
Can I just say
think
something? Under
he's
Fergie,
close.
they won the treble. They won the Premier League back to back 3 times in a row. The first Premier League to ever do that. Team to do that. Like under him. Do you know what I mean? Like it's he holds the best records as a manager, I think, in terms
for
of
everything.
what he's won. You know
And
what I mean?
also Rams, respectfully, that first year we lost in Moscow, we got a bullshit red card on Drogba.
I know
We could've won
that was
game.
a red card, man. Come on, you can't slap a man in the face and walk away without something.
That what
man.
Vidic? Yeah, we
Yeah,
did. He
that was
shouldn't
a
have done
proper
that. He
slap.
shouldn't have done that.
It was
That's
a
a
red
red
card.
card.
I saw it. It
That
was a
was
red card. That was
stupid.
stupid.
I was like, what are you doing?
I
Yeah, it
was
was
so
definitely
pissed
a
off
red
at Drogba.
card.
And if it wasn't a red, he's taking the last pen, not Terry.
Drogba
Stupid
fucked
ass.
us for that one, man. But
What
you know
what
what? I had
fucked
a
us
feeling we
was
were going to win that
Anelka.
anyway.
What fucked us was
Really
Anelka and John Terry bitching over who would take
See,
number
no.
5.
What
Look
was
at
what was,
Aga.
what was
He's
more
dead
peak was
serious.
seeing
He's
Cristiano
dead
Ronaldo play
serious.
up against Michael Essien in that final, mate. That was just piss peak because he has a player.
Why did he slap him in the first place? What was the whole point of that?
No,
I
there
think
was
he got
this-
pushed
there
in the
was-
back or something. I can't
What was
remember.
it? Man United were time wasting. Tevez kicked the ball out for another throw in. Terry and Ballack went at him, and it just started a big fight
It all
in the
kicked
pitch.
off, yeah, and then Vidic
Yeah.
got involved and he just slapped him in the face like a little. It wasn't even a proper slap. It was one of them like you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
it
of
was
the
Yeah,
assistants
that's what I was
caught
saying.
it.
It was soft, man. But
Nah, but it's
whatever.
still a
No,
slap.
but it's a red card. It's a
It's
red
a
card.
red
Slap.
card.
Still
I
slap
know.
the guy.
You should have
problem
slapped
was-
the taste.
yeah,
You
yeah.
should have slapped
problem
the
was
taste
John
out his
Terry-
mouth.
Yeah, hell yeah. You're gonna take a red card. You
You
might
gonna
as
get it
well
right? You
slap
should have slapped the shit out of him.
That's
Bow.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, the problem is John Terry took number 5.
You should have backhanded him.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
You should have just knocked him out if he's going to get sent off.
Aka, my bad, bro. I thought you were serious.
Nah, if he
Oh,
knocked
yeah,
him
right,
out, he would have been suspended for like
Spot on.
10 games.
Yeah,
Wait,
if you're
can
gonna get a red card for a slap, you better get all your money's worth, man.
I just want to, based on that, I just want to ask Rams one question. That elbow on Aspie by Mane, that's a red card? Yes or no?
It's not a red
100%,
card.
dude.
It's not a red card because the two.
Oh,
they're
you're
two
out of your
different
mind,
situations.
right?
Hang on,
You're gonna
whoa.
tell me that small ass slap by Drogba is a red, but a full elbow to the
Yeah,
chin is not?
Yeah,
He loaded
because
up the
firstly,
elbow,
the guy
Rev.
slapped him. And secondly, the guy was trying to get the ball. So
No, he wasn't. He didn't
Uh,
look at the ball,
I don't
Rams.
remember.
Why did he
hang on,
move
hang
on?
on.
That's
If
one.
that was if you guys like to say that's a red card, cool. But then Mason Mount should have got a red card for kicking.
For what? He didn't
Yeah,
kick
That
him.
was
no
not
one
a
kicked
kick. He
anybody.
moved-
He missed the kick.
He lifted his foot. Come on.
That's a kick, man.
That's not a kick, Raman. You know it.
I just
Stop
wanted
the
to
kick.
expose
I
Rams'
don't think
bias
that's a
real
red
quick,
card. But
bro.
if
Look
Mane
at
is a
that
red
shit.
card,
No,
then
no,
he
no,
has
no,
to get a red card.
No, that's not a
No, it's not tit for tat. Mane deserves a red card.
His intention wasn't intentional. That's why it wasn't a red. It wasn't intention.
Look,
He
man.
didn't
Oh,
know
he's
that
not
he
even
was
looking at the ball, and he loads up his elbow.
Exactly.
It's
He
definitely
was
Alright, it
lifting
wasn't
his
intentional.
foot. He wasn't stamping on it.
Hey, are you the guy that was giving me shit about freaking Cho?
Yeah, he's the guy.
No,
Oh,
I'm not the
shit.
guy.
Oh,
What are you
don't
Nah,
listen
yeah.
to Showtime.
Nah, it's you. Nah, it's you. It's
He's
you.
the guy.
Showtime's going to drop
Get
some
the
bombs
news
now.
up.
Here we go. Go on, Showtime. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that he's talking about Mount is the best
He's
player.
about to drop some farts. Go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead. Drop it.
Just shut the hell up, bro.
Hey, it's kicking off, baby. Let's go.
You don't want to do that. Just say what you got to say, man.
Is this the
No,
guy
I'm
that said?
just-
Is this the guy that likes Marina?
I know you're
love
happy to be
Marina.
here.
It's
Just
not
say what you
like
got to say.
Marina. She's the best managing director that we had in the last couple of years, and it's
Oh,
fact.
okay, for you.
She's the only one we've had in the last couple of years.
She's the best in the world, isn't
What is this guy saying, man?
she? She's the best in the world, isn't she?
No, she's not.
No, she's
Yes, she
not.
is.
She's
No.
up
Well,
there.
technically,
She's
she
not
is.
better than
She was
Bayern Munich.
You wouldn't,
Yeah,
you
she
wouldn't
is.
be,
Okay.
I'm the director,
you wouldn't be screaming champions of Europe if it wasn't for Marina.
Michael Edwards, bro. Michael
Are we
Edwards.
being?
Better.
Yo,
Look,
Showtime. Are we being
look,
serious?
Hold on a second. Who did won the best football director?
Yeah,
Alex,
Alex, don't do that, bro. Don't do
Exactly.
that, bro. Don't
Pick
do
up
that.
Russian, man. He always knows.
She is. She
This
is.
guy got a
Yo, what else you
downfall
gonna
drive.
say,
Even-
Seat saver.
Even other like I really think I have like sometimes I have problem with her and thinking, but even with Roman I have problems. But hey, she
Yo,
won a
what's
trophy
the
that
what's the
nobody won.
what's the Russian version of Brexit?
Brexit?
Because that's what you are, Alex. You're only supporting her. You're only supporting her because she's freaking Russian.
That's I'm calling out the
No.
bias.
That's why.
I
That's
actually-
why. I caught it.
Look at the
I've been thinking
smile
about it for
Look
some
at the
time. I'm
smile
like,
on his
why?
face.
Why does he like
I'm
her?
not supporting, first of all, I'm not supporting her all the time.
Nah, you like her, man. Stop.
I wanna,
Stop
I
lying.
wanna, I
You
wanna
like
go
her
back.
what, the way she does as a business. I don't like her what people saying about her.
Yeah,
You're
I wanna-
you're
business
Listen,
type.
some
She's
people
the
are
best
going too
director
far.
in the
Some
world.
Guys,
bro.
guys,
You're
I wanna go
resigned.
back-
You're
I
resigned,
wanna go
Alex.
back to, I want to go back to
No, it's
Showtime.
I like
I wanna hear,
opinion, if you
right,
will.
one second. I want to hear Showtime
Brexit,
and,
bro.
and his comments that he was about to
Do
say
you
about
feel-
Mason, about Mason Mount.
Roman Abramovich is Russian. I hate.
Yeah, you're Brexit.
Guys,
No. Hold on a second. I can't stand Lukaku. So let me tell you my
Lukaku.
thinking of.
Lukaku.
It's
Let me tell you
Lukaku,
what I think
number
of
one.
Roman. If it's true that Roman sent his son to sign Lukaku, fire
He
his
did. He did.
fucking
He did.
son.
He
He
did.
Fire
can't
him.
fire his son, mate.
Kick
He's
the
You can
taking
fire.
shit out of
You
his
can
son.
fire.
over
You can.
anyway.
His son
You
is
can
gonna
fire
take
his son.
over once
He's
Roman
gonna own the
retires.
club.
Listen,
Fire.
Lukaku is Lukaku till he scores 15 goals for this fucking club. So I don't want to hear
He's
his
I think he's
name.
only on
Lukaku.
No, he's not
60 goals
Lukaku.
this
He's
season.
Lukaku.
He will
That's
score
what
That's
it
it.
is.
20. He will
Until he
probably
scores
score 20
15
by the
goals
end of
for
the
this
season.
club, he's Lukaku.
He'll score 20 by the
Anyway,
end of the season.
showtime. Go on, go. I want to hear it. Let's go.
You want to hear what? And my
What
thing
you
is,
about to say?
I mean, about Mason Mount. I mean, he's more
No.
inconsistent
Talk
than
about
anybody else.
Cho, bro.
What do you
Talk
mean about Cho? I think I just said if Cho played the same amount of games that Mason Mount has, he'll be on top of the list as well. Mount
Why
just
would he?
plays.
Why would he
Yes.
play the same amount of games?
This is
I
my
didn't ask you
view
that.
on
Mason Mount
Molina.
has been inconsistent
Put
all
CFC
year.
time,
Why
chat
would
on.
he?
That's what I think of Molina.
He's the most inconsistent, but he has the third most contributions in the
If
league,
he,
the most in our
bro,
team.
he's more.
But
He's
but
been more
if Cho
inconsistent the
plays
whole
more,
year,
he'll score
bro.
more,
I
right?
don't care what you have to
those,
say.
those stats are skewed though.
Hold on.
Yeah, those are
Showtime.
not legitimate stats.
Explain your
He's
score. He
been-
scored 4 games in a row. The last player who
Daniel,
did that was
hold up.
Lampard.
Against
Showtime.
what? Against what clubs? Against what clubs?
Showtime.
Against the clubs we
Showtime.
were playing that we would have
Dan.
lost to you.
No,
But
it's not
About
top
a
tier
third,
clubs.
about a
Hold
third of
up,
his
Mason
hold
Mount
up,
is
stats
hold
are
up,
inconsistent.
against
hold up.
Watford
hey,
and
what's the
Norwich,
score
man.
against Everton if he doesn't score?
You're talking about Everton, bro.
What is the score against Everton if he doesn't score?
We're not sure because the whole game changes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably lose that game because they scored right after he scored. So it was 1-1.
I mean, if he scored his 1-on-1, you would have won the game.
Hey,
So-
when he
Thank you.
scored, it
And
was
if you had
1-0.
passed the
You
ball
know
to
how many
Lukaku,
When he
one-on-ones
scored, it was
Cho has
1-0.
missed?
That's
No,
all.
no,
That's
no,
all I
no.
Could have
know.
made it
Daniel,
2-0,
Daniel,
bro.
hold on,
Could have
hold
made it
on.
When he
Rams.
2-0.
how did he
Rams.
make it 2-0? When he scored, it was
Because
1-0
because
because
he
he
had
scored. Then
another
it was
chance
1-0.
that he missed.
Daniel,
So
Daniel,
that was
hold on.
before.
the
That was
pass is
earlier.
there
Hold
for him
on.
to give.
Daniel, hold on. Rams, do you know how many one-on-ones Cho has missed?
What?
Everyone, every single
Yeah,
one.
every
He's
single
missed
one.
Cali,
every
I was
single
also
one-on-one
gonna
he's
say
had
Every
this
How
single
many
season.
has
one-on-one.
not missed?
One.
hang on.
How many has
One.
not missed?
One. How many has he missed? Tell me.
I was also going to say to Showtime, you have to try and score.
Rams,
to
I don't
get
want to
those
hear
stats.
anything from you because you do not support my club. So I don't want to hear at all.
Look, man,
You
I'm
only
being
Saleh
unbiased,
Mani
man.
FC.
Rams,
Without
you
Saleh
can't
I'm
Mani
unbiased.
he
FC,
said go
I'm
fuck
unbiased.
yourself.
If you want unbiased opinions, man,
I don't want your opinion at all because you only Saleh Mani FC.
Rams, you came to his defense and you said go
All right, man.
fuck yourself.
All right, man. I'm trying to help you, man.
I don't need your
fine.
help.
Damn!
Talk to me
By
after
the looks
Clark
of-
leaves.
By the looks of things, you might need my help, bro.
I love the way we all try and defend our forwards when they're all clearly shit.
We'll all argue with each other, but as soon as the Liverpool fan talks, everyone's like, "Get out of here, man."
It's like that. It's like that kid.
And
Shut
I'm
up,
trying to
man.
help
Shut
you
up.
as well.
Shut up.
I'm trying to help you.
I'm hearing
trying
all
to
this,
help you.
I'm hearing all this talk about Adoy and this and this, but call out Mason Mount. He plays more games,
We
and
do
he's
call out
more
Mason Mount. What do
inconsistent.
you mean?
Apparently,
more
he's our
games
best
'cause
player.
he's better.
Showtime. More
He's not our
games.
best player. He's not our best player.
He's
He's our
I mean,
best
your
player.
genius manager plays him all the time.
Ng on one leg is way better than Mason Mount on 3 legs.
No, you're not.
Hang on,
Nah,
Dan,
the
that's your
agendas are
manager
coming
as well,
out. The
bro.
agendas are
No
clearly coming
agenda.
out.
It's
I don't give a
facts.
shit
Nah,
about
that's
him.
an Showtime.
Dan, that's your manager.
Showtime.
I don't give a
Mason
shit
Mount
about
is our
him.
best player
He
right
won the
now.
European
Not
Cup.
on
Mason
form
Mount is
by
not our
goals
best
Did you
and
hear me,
shit.
Ram?
Yes.
Mason Mount is not our best
What's
player.
wrong with you,
Oh, that's a good comment there. That's a great comment.
Dan? What is wrong with you?
What is
So
wrong with you?
let me.
Why are you disgracing Tuchel, bro? He's a
Why are you
manager.
disgracing yourself?
I'm not disgracing no one, man. Just why are you disgracing Tuchel?
Yo, waffling, bro. Where's
I'm
Carvalho,
not
bro? Stop talking
I'm
to
not
me.
waffling, man. Why you hate
Where's
on Tuchel,
Carvalho?
bro?
Shut
That's your
up. When
manager.
Carvalho
Forward.
signs
That's your
up, then you can
manager.
talk to me, bro.
That's
Where
your manager,
Carvalho
bro.
comes, then you can talk to me.
He's out on loan, bro.
No, he's not. You know, he's not. He's not on loan.
With his
He's
current
not,
club.
he's not on loan, bro. They dragged him back.
Look,
No, he's
to
out
what
on loan.
Showtime
He's out on
said,
loan.
Get your ass back
banter
here, bro.
aside, look, yes, Mount has been inconsistent by performance, but even in those inconsistent performances, he's putting up stats. That is something Adoy is not doing. Respectfully.
Something
That's
that
it.
has never done.
Never done, right? Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Wait, whoa. And sorry season. Let's not.
And
Let's
so
not do that.
what?
And you see
Yeah,
Well, in
the
sorry
Europa League?
season
guys,
and only in
respect.
Europa
love,
League.
you
Yeah.
love
Hey,
Mason
Alex,
Mount.
shush.
No, respect that. Mason Mount's Champions League run eclipses that times 20. So it doesn't even matter. Like, what do we? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
if we want to use
seriously
that, we can even
comparing
use
Chell
that.
to Mount, man. Are
We
we
can't even.
seriously?
I don't even want to
We're
disrespect
not,
Cho, but like,
Alex. We're
don't
not
put him
seriously
in the
comparing,
same.
but Showtime is being serious. He's being dead
I'm
serious.
not comparing it. I'm just saying if you're gonna call out Cho, call out Mason Mount before Cho because he plays.
No,
How
that's
How
not
can you
fair.
call
How
out
can
Mason
you
Mount
do that?
before
How can you
Cho?
call out somebody that rarely plays for somebody that plays all the
He
time?
doesn't rarely play. He doesn't rarely play anymore. He plays all the time now. He doesn't rarely play anymore. He started 7 games in a row, scored 1 goal, and had 1
Nadia,
freaking
Cho can't take
assist. So what are you
corners. What
talking
are you
about?
talking about?
Bro, Cho does not play as much as Mount does.
Oh, you fucked
Because
up.
he's
Showtime
not better.
Johnny
Because he's
here,
not good.
bro.
He's not better
But
than Mount. How can you
you're
play
not
more
hearing
than
the logic.
a player who's better than
Johnny's
him?
here, man.
You're not
You
hearing
can't
my
talk about
logic.
Mount when
I'm
Johnny's
telling
You're
here.
right.
you're
You're
gonna
right.
call
John
out.
O'Shea. John O'Shea didn't play as much as Vidic. The fuck are you talking about? So, yes, of course he didn't play as
Bro,
much
you're
as
not
Vidic.
hearing
He's
what
not
I'm
as good
telling
as
you.
enough.
I'm
Like,
saying,
what do you?
bro, if you're gonna call out Mason, if you're gonna call out Cho, you're gonna have to call out Mason Mount before you call out Cho
Yo,
because
No,
Johnny,
that's
Johnny,
illogical,
Showtime's
my
going
brother.
after your boy, bro. He's
My
going
brother,
after
that
his
is
boy.
That's low
illogical.
level logic, bro. That's low
Oh
level.
not
shit! I
low
think we
level
said
logic.
Mount
It's
too many
freaking dumb.
times.
That's like
Yeah,
Yo,
Johnny's here.
Someone's
Yes,
in the
Johnny.
comments,
Johnny's here.
bro.
Get him in the
Someone's in
screen,
the
man,
comments,
so
man.
we can kick this off properly. You know what I'm saying?
you're lucky I'm here and it's not
Showtime,
Johnny, man. You're
Showtime,
lucky I'm here.
they're really not even in the same class, to be honest with you.
I'm not talking about class, you idiots. I'm
Hi,
talking
Johnny,
about
get on here
the
and
fact
You're
talk.
that
not
you
calling
are
him
Hey,
idiots
calling out
tonight.
Josh is
Adoy.
being
Yo,
respectful,
yo,
bro. Why you
respect
calling
Josh,
Josh
bro. What's
like
wrong with
that?
you,
I
bro?
like
It's
Josh.
all
Don't be
good. I'm
calling
talking
Josh
about
like that.
class,
You can
and
say that.
Callum's
Listen,
not even on Callum's not on Mount's level, and even remotely close to it.
yo, why you so
Bro,
mad,
you're
bro?
not
Like, what's
hearing
going
what
on?
I'm saying. You're comparing them based on play. I'm talking about if you're gonna disrespect Adoy, you're gonna have to disrespect Mount first
First of all,
because
we're
he
not
plays
Not
more
disrespecting
and does
not
anybody.
less.
We're
really.
It's freaking dumb.
criticizing.
Why?
Secondly, we do criticize Adoy before Mount because Mount has better goals and assists, the most at the fucking club, and his performances have been more consistent than Cho. He has
When
been
has it been
inconsistent
consistent?
this
This
season,
season he
but
has
that
been more.
doesn't mean
Nah,
I'm going to
but
criticize Mount before Adoy. What do you mean? Please tell me the logic in that. So you're telling me Mount has more goals and assists, has had better play, and has been more consistent, but you want me
Has
to
better
criticize
play
him before
against
Adoy?
who, bro? Against who? Who has he been playing that has been
Showtime's
Joe,
gonna
great?
need you to
Against
relax, mate.
teams that are
Wait,
But you
bottom
said he
half.
plays.
hold on,
Hold on. You
I'll
said he
answer him.
played it.
I'll answer
You
him.
said he
Let's go
played
to
against
the
everybody,
Premier
If he
League,
right?
doesn't
brother.
show, if he doesn't
Atletico
show up
Madrid,
against City,
fucking
if he doesn't show
Porto,
up against
Real
City, he
Madrid,
doesn't show up against
Man
Liverpool.
City.
Come on, I don't.
Hey, Showtime, Showtime, genius. He didn't play against City, you idiot.
That's what I'm
Both
telling you.
times.
And then when he came in, how did he
What are
play?
you talking? So
Poorly.
what are you
You
talking
fucking
about?
dumb.
How can he perform against
Bro,
a team he
I'm
didn't
done
play
talking
against?
to
You
you, bro.
idiot.
That's what he
I'm
meant,
done talking to
Dan.
you.
He didn't
Because
show
when he
up.
came on, he played
didn't
like
He didn't
shit.
show up. By being
He didn't
injured
show
the
up.
first time
When he
that we
came on,
lost,
he played like
he didn't
shit.
show up, right?
But you don't
The
think
first game he was injured.
when he came on.
Second,
I'm not talking to you.
he was on for
You're
8
the
minutes.
harsh critic.
Well, for you
Still
guys to
made no
defend him
impact.
like this.
Your
He
Wonder
played
Boy
for
made no
8
impact.
minutes.
Your Wonder Boy made no
Jam,
impact.
why is every time you leave take a shit, the chaos starts, man?
Why do you let these weirdos on though? Like,
I said
What a
weirdo.
comment
You
that
the
is, man.
weirdest nigga in here. Stop
you're a
playing.
weirdo. You know that.
No.
if I
You
may
know
be
that,
so
right?
bold,
Yeah, bro.
if
You
I
wake
may
up in
be
the
so
morning just to talk about next month being great.
You're a weirdo.
Nah,
I wake
bro.
up with the money. I'm making money. I'm making money right now.
That's
if
good
Yeah, I'm
for
at
you.
work
I'm
right now
making money
too. That's
too.
facts.
if I may
I
be so
doubt it.
You
I
said
doubt you.
You doubted me because I don't agree with your opinion. You're
No,
a
I
little
doubt you
boy.
because you're a weirdo. That's
Nah,
why.
you're a
Whoa,
little
hey,
boy.
Daniel,
Showtime. I think if you will ask
Come on,
everybody over
let's
here,
not be personal, guys. It's only
no.
Chelsea.
If you will ask everybody over here, everybody will
Hey,
tell you that
Listen,
you
you have
lost
Marina as your
when
AVI, bro. I'm sorry, man.
hey,
Yeah,
Tell Rams to pipe
You
up
have
so
a
we can all
bus.
tell him to
You have
fuck
a
off
bus
together
as your AVI.
collectively.
Like
Fact.
you
Hey,
said,
Ram,
I'm actually
say
being
something
nice.
really quick.
Yeah, I drive a bus for a living. You didn't know that?
fucking bus driver.
Another calm, friendly, non-shouting stream. As always, Winter Surfer. It was nice at the beginning until we let these lot on, and then it's no crazy. And Rams
Yeah,
is still
yeah.
here
You
'cause
let
he's
Showtime
30.
on. That's your fault, man.
Nah,
I went to stuff. I did nothing. I actually didn't do anything today.
I'm
I
on
was
consistently, and
actually
I'm never
well-behaved.
like this.
I was
You
actually
make
well
Nah,
behaved
you're
today.
never on, bro.
Rams,
I
you
don't know you.
started the kickoff first, man.
No, I
We were
didn't.
all
That's a
calm until
lie.
you started talking about Liverpool in the beginning. What do you mean?
That's a lie. That's a lie. I didn't start nothing. I didn't start
Of course you
anything.
did, Rams,
Ram,
man. You
your presence starts something, mate. That's what you.
I just want to hear. Just want to talk about Chelsea, yeah. And I think
No, you come here to defend Liverpool. That's all.
no.
I can't get over you.
If I may be so bold about this whole Cho and Mount thing, yeah. I think
Stop
both
bringing stat merchants. Cho has better performances. Mount covers his performances.
That
by
is
God.
a flat out lie. Jesus Christ, man.
This guy said Cho is more consistent. He just doesn't.
You're
get
right.
goals
You're
and
right.
assists.
You know what Mount is doing?
He's played less
Mount
minutes
is-
than Mason Mount, so he has to.
Yeah,
be
Mount is
he
covering his
consistently doesn't
performances.
score or assist.
Mount is covering his
That's how low
performance.
the
He's
bar
scoring. Mount usually scores when we're like 5-0 up, right?
Yeah, I know.
Like 4-0 up, he gets a GA
Now we
quickly.
play against
Thank you,
Norwich.
Oh no,
Burton.
no, no! He's scoring
Thank you,
for us
Burton.
to fucking win.
Don't ever bring other people's money
thank
into
you,
the
man.
discussion. Just
All
keep it
I'm just
Chelsea.
Take away
saying,
Mount's
yeah.
corners, and he would be playing for Lampard.
Take away Mount's corners, and you wouldn't score in 278 games like you did with Willian, idiot.
Fucking
Also
hell, hates him.
facts.
But that.
Oh yeah, you forgot? You forgot Willian? We didn't score a single goal in 278 corners when Willian was here. But now that we're scoring, we scored about 10 under Mount, and it's like,
as far as
oh my god,
278, did you say?
that's a fact. 278, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to nick that stat still. Thank you.
278.
Look, William
is a stinky guy. And we still got
That is quite.
William should be charged, like on assault charges. How many times he hit the first defender from the corners?
Wait.
No, he should be put on charges of fraud,
Can I have Showtime something? Can you name 3 games where Cho's performance produced output and he had a great performance? I just want to know. Because even if we're being real, what was that one game he got an assist and a goal? It wasn't even a good game.
This season, I'll say Villa away. That's all I've got.
No, Norwich.
And in the last match against Tottenham.
Norwich as well, but like
Norwich doesn't count for anyone. Mount included, but
Villa.
The assist to Ziyech, he played a 3-yard ball. He just laid a ball.
Did you see
off
the
to
move
Ziyech.
he made before it? Did you see what he did before? He turned he had 10
Oh yeah,
Genga
you're
in his
right.
right
You're right.
pocket.
That
He
move,
had
that
10 Genga
move.
on a yellow the whole first half. He turned him one time.
He had 10 Genga in his pocket since the beginning of the first match.
That move was what let Ziyech score.
Wait. Someone answered me. Hold on, Showtime. Someone
Alex,
answered
give
me.
me some popcorn.
Norwich, I'm not fucking rating. Spurs, I'm not fucking rating. Aston Villa, his performance was mid. It was not a great performance. Stop that. We need to be
his
honest
finishing,
with ourselves
his
here.
finishing was mid, but that's it.
Hey, his
That's
final
all I'm saying
third
is-
shooting, he's shocking.
But Lewis, if you're finishing,
All I'm saying is when listen,
No,
listen,
I
here's
get
the-
that,
Came
but the
back from an
question,
Achilles injury.
the question
bro.
was a good performance, and it was a good performance against Villa. It was just shit finishing.
Listen, here's a fact, man. When Mount plays over 90, over 80 minutes, he gets a goal or he gets an assist. That's what he does. He's productive. He's productive against any club.
Jim, who's cussing Odoi? Who's cussing?
Arsenal's a small club.
Everyone, attack him.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Leicester.
No. Jem, don't do that. See,
They're all going, Cho, he's
context.
shit, loan him,
C1,
sell
let me
him,
give you
he's
the
crap.
context.
He's not even worth it. He's
Nah,
not
you
worth
ain't got
it.
to.
Nah, let me.
You ain't got to sell him, but he
before
ain't.
lands. Let me give him the context.
Lewis said all that.
Don't never put him on that
Showtime
level
said-
again.
Showtime said we should criticize Mount before Odoi because he says Odoi has been more consistent than Mount.
I did not say. You never heard me say.
C1
Stop lying, bro. Go back into the stream. I never said he's more consistent. I said if you're gonna criticize Odoi, you have to criticize Mount more because Mount plays more and is more inconsistent than Cho is.
So then, what does that mean? If Mount is more inconsistent, what does that mean?
That doesn't mean. That doesn't mean Cho's consistent.
Inconsistent. What
If
are
Mount
you
is
doing?
more inconsistent than Cho, what does that mean?
What does that
He
mean?
plays
bro?
more minutes, Daniel.
Japanese?
You can't understand.
Are we talking Japanese here?
Bro,
Yo, this guy is a bit
plays more.
You're waffling now. You're really waffling now, bro. You literally
melted
said the
cheese,
exact
bro.
same thing I
You
said in a
melted
different way. What are you
Nah,
saying?
say it the way I said it.
Okay, no, go ahead. No. Listen, T1.
Are you Martin Luther King? Say it the way I said. We ain't quoting you, nigga.
Guys,
No,
take a
bro.
flavor.
Say it the way I said it. If you're gonna quote me,
Take
you're
a
gonna say it the way I said it. Take the bass out your voice. Yo, bro, take the
Guys,
Take the bass out your voice.
Go. Showtime, 1 second. C1, go.
I did not say those things.
C1.
So I've watched the stream and I've heard. I disagree that
Daniel, you're crazy, man.
I disagree about.
He's not ready for this, man. He's a kid, man.
Wait, let me finish.
The only kid is you, bro. Just take the bass out your voice.
No time.
In my eyes, man.
Go on.
Hey, the base is still there.
Dan, relax.
I said let him finish. It's Chelsea's attack. He can't finish.
Lose, pause, bro.
Sorry, I had to.
Fuck's sake, Lewis. All
With
right,
this-
C1, go.
Yo, do you think any of our forwards have kids?
I don't even care.
No, they can't finish.
I don't care.
C1,
No,
go.
I'm saying seriously. Which of our forwards have kids?
Respect
I'll
to
say
you.
it for the 17th time. C1, go.
Yes, with this Mount and Cho thing, Cali, I agree. I don't think you should. I don't agree with the fact that Mount should get more criticism than Cho because Mount's probably been the most productive out of all the forwards. and he's arguably playing our position.
I give you
However,
facts.
however, Chol should not be criticized as much as people are saying, because this is his first season since Sarri season where he's getting consistent minutes in the front line. And yes, I've said that he's been on a poor run of form since the United game. But I think the Tottenham game in the second half, especially, you saw what he's capable of doing towards certain players in the league. And you see, and you've also seen the statistics there, and you love to use statistics. And we've seen that he's one of our most creative players when he plays.
I don't deny that.
So the fact of the matter is, yes, Mount is a much better player than Cho, but please let's not be cooking Hudson-Odoi with no context, please.
But D1, this is the point. We weren't even cooking him. It kicked off because, and to quote him exactly, because he's going to say I'm saying something different, even though it's the exact same thing.
I heard what he said.
Okay, then you get what I'm saying? That's why it kicked off. We weren't even criticizing Odoi like that.
JJ Bridge with a donation says, Daniel, my guy, is just like mineral when it's Mount, is what he's saying.
Nah, Johnny's worse, respectfully.
Nah, y'all just mad that I give facts. Johnny would just rage at you. Johnny would just rage at you guys. I can give you guys the facts. Like, come on.
You can't argue that. Dan is
Question. Did you guys know? Question. Did you guys know about the 278 missed corners prior to that? Y'all didn't know that, huh? Okay, there you go. See, I'm not coming with you with bullshit. You can tell me corners don't matter when we didn't score out of 278 of them.
Yeah, I ain't
what? When you ask him why he has the yellow buses, because he has all those facts on it, man.
I got so much research in this bitch. It's crazy.
He's Kovacic high on big chances created though.
This season he is.
Hold on.
Hold what? He's tied with Mount, who's the only player that's in top three of all three.
More minutes than him. Hold on.
Mount has also played everywhere, so I will hold that. You're right.
Like,
you're right.
Bring C1, let C1 talk, and all of a sudden they know no. Facts from the boss say other way.
Wait, C1, did you finish for real? Respectfully, I want to make sure you landed.
Yeah.
I'll hold that. It's cool.
Yeah, I've landed my point, man. Showtime. I can't lie. You had a slide. How?
I guess we can. Can we all agree that,
saying, man? Like I get it with Cho, bro. I'm not trying to go in on Cho like
Cho hoes. That's what I call them. Cho hoes.
Man, bring on Johnny, bro. Bring on Johnny.
Don't bring on Johnny. We're not gonna talk.
Nah. Bring on Johnny.
Hold on.
If you think I'm worse than Johnny, let me sub out and bring Johnny on.
No, please don't.
I need the 5 seconds. Fraser, look at the injury.
Help you guys.
He did not have ACL injury. You just stop.
He had Achilles. Achilles is worse.
What sort of knee injury? Though,
Achilles is worse than what?
Achilles is worse than ACL.
No, it ain't.
No, it's not.
Achilles has to do with your ankle, bro.
Sorry, what did I just say?
No, ACL is
never heard the same. Let him say it with chest. What did you just say about the injuries?
The ACL, the Achilles is worse because it never heals the same. The Achilles has to do with your ankles, bro. You're never going to be able to do it.
It depends on the
ability in the ankle is not the same.
It depends on the severity of the tear.
No, Ram, stop.
Hold on. Let me put on my let me put on my Cobham hat really quickly. Listen, of course I had to put Showtime in his place because he was waffling. But listen, the injury was worse for Cho. Let's get that right. Okay, it's gonna take him a while. He's gonna take him a while to get back to where he needs to. No, he didn't. He had an ACL. But an Achilles injury.
It's not worse than an ACL injury.
And for
the Achilles heals fully.
What are you saying?
And again, but also it happened to him. It happened to him at 19, not at 28, where his game is already set. So he has time, right? He still has time to come back. He's not completely done.
Bro, if that ACL injury happened instead of the Achilles injury,
ACL's in the
would
knee.
never be the
if
same.
It damages, it repairs on its own. The Achilles is an ankle, bro. You're never going to be able to.
Showtime. Stop talking nonsense.
Showtime. I got 3 ACL injuries, never repaired on its own, bro. It's going to be titanium screws there. And you're telling me repairs on its own.
You get surgery
Wolverine or something. Bro, you never played the game, bro. I remember you talking about Junior and goes, all he does is pass left and right. What does he do? You didn't even know what a register roll is. I know for a fact you haven't played the game, right? And you sit here and just talk about like from a movie type view, for a Hollywood type view, bro. I've been sitting here, I didn't say nothing, but you got everyone's attention because you're saying the most stupidest shit, bro.
How is it stupid?
Slow down and let everyone talk, man. Let's move on next topic.
Life is so popular.
Showtime.
Yeah.
ACL injuries that have not healed because
The
he has not
Achilles
gotten
is
proper
worse than the
surgery.
ACL.
What are you talking
Bro, you don't know about Showtime. You're just
Yes,
guessing.
Google it.
Hudson-Odoi was back in 5 months from his
Get
Achilles
off here
injury. 5 months.
and go find out about the game, bro. You're telling me to Google it, but I've had the injury.
You're wrong.
You're just telling me to
Bro,
Google
the
it, bro.
Achilles is
You
worse than the
haven't
ACL.
played a sport. You haven't done
Injury to
anything, bro.
Google it.
You're just
Listen to
moving
yourself,
keyboards,
bro.
bro. You're just moving your fingers, bro. You haven't done anything. Just
Bro,
don't
it's all-
throw.
The Achilles is
No,
worse
don't
than the
say
ACL,
it.
bro.
all of
You
a
just
sudden,
keep
are all of
talking.
you
I'm not
doctors?
listening to the shit you saying, bro.
You don't know, bro. You just
Already
Hold on
in
a second.
cities, you know about it today.
Can an actual person that does something for a
Yeah, man.
living can actually make assumption of what's worse and what's not?
I'm not gonna pull
First
my
of all,
girlfriend in the
Showtime.
stream for that bullshit. I can tell you
Showtime.
for a fact it's not true.
Oh, fucking A. Showtime.
Well, how
Let
do
me
you go?
address you something.
I'm gonna listen to you, Alex, 'cause you
ACL,
got some
yes,
respect.
it can heal itself. It's if it's not complete separation.
Exactly.
The probable Shut up, please. What I'm saying is Achilles, you have to have surgery if you tear them. There's no partial tear, there's nothing. It's a tear. The thing is that you're talking about Achilles in the 60s. It can be repaired. Now they put extensions to Achilles. It's a little line. And all it does, it lifts ankle this way.
Allows it to
Let me finish. Only thing it does, it actually does this to your ankle. It doesn't do side to side. That's me. So let me educate you. Here's how it does Achilles. Up and down. That's the only thing it does. Achilles tear. The problem was in the beginning that it couldn't be solved is because there was they couldn't tie it together, and when they tied it, it used to leave a scar. The scar wasn't elastic. So now they have extension that doesn't leave a scar. So the foot goes up and down. What you see, the problem is it's a mental because pain was severe when you rip Achilles. Now let me tell you about ACL. There's actually 4 of them. So you cannot rip all 4 of them unless you're losing a foot. That's why you mean that you don't have to have surgery to fix it because there's the other 3. If you rip 1, you can still sustain on 3.
Yeah, I know that.
But rehab, it's different. When you have surgery on ACL, the problem is it's not only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. It's the movement because movement is going sideways. Like I said, Achilles is only going this way. Knee, it's 4 ways. You can move. Exactly. That's why it's harder to get the rehab. That's why people don't come back sometimes after ACL.
An ACL,
now,
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Dr. Alex, very much.
Thank you,
for that
Alex.
one.
MD Alex.
One thing.
Listen, we don't have to compare. We don't have to compare injuries. Listen, Ram, we don't have to compare injuries, right? All we have to do is just look at how that injury affected Chill, right?
It's a mental.
It is a mental. ACLs are definitely a mental thing, especially when it comes to driving with the ball, actually moving.
Yeah, and Jem, you have to change the way you run.
But it's not going to be the same as it was before the injury. That's what I'm telling you.
Alex is a pan,
and you can come back from an ACL faster than you come back from an Achilles. That's simple.
Exactly. This is the thing. For me, Cho was worst player for me before Achilles.
No. William was playing for our team, bro. Like, you can never listen, Alex. William played for our team. Like, you can never try to tell me.
I know.
Oh, there's a like. I remember those times, bro.
I know. It's a hard. It's not a big.
I'm not gonna lie. Cho as a youngster,
Alex, you're
Cho as a youngster was good, right? But you know, especially that European League run, he was good.
Matter
So
what I am. I'm a Russian.
you're not gonna tell me that William. I ain't gonna bro. Come on.
But
one thing, Alex,
really
is
a paramedic, bro. I wasn't trying
one
to.
thing, Alex, is
no.
It depends. It depends. One of my friends had his meniscus shattered, and he had to have surgery.
That's a different. That's different.
Whole
That's
different
not
gravy,
a,
man.
yeah.
Whole different gravy.
Hey, Ray Allen. Hey, can you put Ray Allen's comment up? Hey, are you a Chelsea fan or are you a City fan?
I just want to read this out very quickly. PSG and
Voila.
Dembele have a verbal agreement. Dembele's future is in Paris.
No one
barring
cares
any
about
surprise.
Dembele.
But
Yeah, we're stuck with
I mean, no one cares. We were linked.
It's also, bro. It's also not true. Who is
Jem,
Sanchez?
Jem,
Fam?
We'll see in the summer, man. We'll see in the summer.
Fuck all of that. Jem, do you really want Dembele? Let's be honest.
Well,
I
if
take
you
him.
look at our forwards currently,
Get them booty out. If you look at Dembele's injury history, he's another Pulisic.
yeah, no, I
walking.
agree with that. That worries me. That does worry me. But at the
That's
same
why
time, when I
when
look at him
people-
when he's actually fit and available, he's
I can say the
fucking
same
different.
shit about Pulisic.
Well, yeah, you got a
Yeah,
point.
Pulisic's gonna bring this
Actually, if you look at the medical history of Dembele had the one injury that does not actually treatable. It's a hip flexor. It's the injury that actually affects a lot of how you say it, a lot of body parts.
Alex, he's missed it under 2 years of football.
I know, under
since
2
he
years.
was at Barcelona, which is pretty much his whole career.
Here's how people think of
Christian Pulisic with 5-star weak foot.
Look, here's how injuries usually affect other people. How injury affects the people. For example, if you have 1 foot injury on 1 foot, right? So in your mind, you're gonna be put more pressure on the left foot because you're afraid to put pressure on the right. So at the time that you put the pressure on the left foot, that foot could be injured because you put extra on it because you're afraid to put the pressure on right. It's called secondary injuries when you mentally way you don't want to get hurt again on the previous injury. So by that you're affecting the other places in injury. For example, if you tear one specific calf muscle and you try to do some kind of move, you can actually re-injure different kind of calf muscle because you're so afraid to go through that pain
Balancing
again.
the weight.
That's what I've done, Alex. Left and right.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
I did it on my right, and then I started using more on my left, kicking my left, everything on my left, and then you put all the balance on
it. You get re-injured all the time after that.
Yeah.
And hip flex thing, it's the whole
the rotation. You're fucked.
Rotation.
You're absolutely fucked.
So I save my judgment. By the way, I do not rate Spanish medical staffs. I don't know how they do it, but for some reason, Lampard went throughout the season. He did not have major injuries and stuff like that. So, people that go over there, Gareth Bale, all of a sudden, ankle.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
But Bale had a little problem with his ankle when he was at England. When he was younger.
Well, yeah, but to the extent of how they do it in Spain,
that's true. Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot to ask. C1, you're the only person that hasn't answered this. What's your expectations for Chelsea this season?
I haven't answered that.
I haven't answered that.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about you, Ram.
Club World Cup, EFL
Thanks,
Cup.
Alex. I appreciate that, bro.
Club World Cup, EFL Cup, FA Cup, comfortable third position, and because of Chilwell being injured, I don't think we can retain Champions League. So I'll say quarterfinals or semi-finals chance.
And Cho player of the season, yeah. That's what you
My one's simple.
Cho to score the winning goal, EFL Cup.
Cho player of the season, bro. Come on.
No. Hey, my one's just simple. I'm gonna keep it to. I just want Tuchel in the job. That's it. I don't care what else happens. As long as Tuchel's in the job.
That's the most important.
At the end, because what a disaster season. We lose both our top informed players in Chilwell and Reece James. Lukaku does great interviews. I'll give him that. And then we get so many injuries in the midfield. I don't know how much disasters we can get. And then we don't get no favors in the COVID department. No postponed games. So it's just a disaster. It's hard to judge for Tuchel when you got that much.
Let the doctor see you now.
That's all. I just want Tuchel in the job.
You are a paramedic.
Yeah, I agree. I want
want
to. This is why I didn't lose the plot when people were upset about the January window that Chelsea currently had. Bar in the left wing back area, I was happy that we didn't rush and go and buy players that were just not need. Well, I say not need, but not at the time when you look at our current wage bill and the current players that we currently have that we need to get rid of as well. So. We'll see what happens. I have got to shoot because it's been over 2 hours and 13 minutes. It's been a long stream, man. Big up everyone as always. Lewis, Alex, Callie, C1, Declare, Josh, Ram. Showtime with his absolute bombs, and Dan having to just do Dan, shall we say?
I didn't give my expectations.
Yeah, but I don't
I
care.
didn't get to give up mine either, man.
Yeah. No one cares about a Liverpool fans' expectations about Chelsea because it's just going to be bullshit.
What
But
about
go on,
you,
Ram. Tell us. Go on.
What? Oh, you want my expectations now?
Go on, quickly. Go. Go.
Top three in the
And-
Premier League, semi-finals in the Champions League, and FA Cup 6th round.
Man didn't
Jim,
say
I
the
thought you were going
Carabao
to
Cup.
stream while
Cool.
Rams was talking.
What about the Carabao Cup?
You didn't
Runners
say
up.
the Carabao Cup. Cool, we'll take your first answer.
Runners
Thank
up.
you.
Runners up.
All right, put you off. Don't worry about it. Anyway, guys.
Just to
see you
say
later.
as well, top 3 Champions League and fucking re-sign Christensen. Thank you.
Let's have it right. No, actually, no. Let's not.
Mine would be get rid of Lukaku, Christensen, Mount, Cho, get rid of all these
And
players.
give him the armband.
I don't care.
Respect
I
Joe,
will
respect
get-
Joe.
I don't even
Respect
care.
Coleman.
about
Give
Lukaku
Hudson
as much.
Odoi
I
the
want-
armband in the
I
FA
want
Cup
Jennifer
final.
out. I want Jennifer
Oh
out
yeah,
more than
Jennifer.
Lukaku.
We'll get them all out. We'll
I
get
want
them
Jennifer
Jennifer will
out
be gone
more
by next
than
year. Don't
Lukaku.
even worry, bro. Jennifer will be gone.
Loan
by next
Havertz
summer.
to Vitesse, man. Havertz used to go play against them type of guy.
And give Werner's wages to
the best in the world.
Christensen.
That's all I'm gonna say.
You got to loan Havertz back to Germany, man.
Cho gets the armband in the final.
Fuck off, Daniel. Don't ever say that.
Wallahi, somebody said she'll get the armband in the final, fam. Wallahi.
Give Christensen the armband.
Oh,
Then
we're
pull the
going. We're
plug.
going. I'm not hearing it. See you
Captain,
later.
leader, legend, Danish Maldini. Re-sign AC for fuck's sake.
Re-sign AC.